like to play for a couple of base runners and a 3-run homer, and they are very good at it. 74 home runs in 41 games. They're averaging almost 8 runs a game. Auburn as well, especially in the non-conference. The Tigers close to 10 runs a game. Auburn is 8-2 in the midweek games. The only 2 losses were road walk-off losses. So we'll see if the Tigers can keep the home streak alive. The right-hander Hayden Murphy getting the start for Auburn. And here to take you through the first 3 innings is Brad Law.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. Before we get going, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Our first pitch weather forecast tonight is presented by our friends at Premium Beverage, who remind you that Modelo is brewed for full-time fans. Drink responsibly. Modelo Especial beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. 75 degrees, sunny skies, just a few clouds off in the distance. Light winds out of the south at about 5 miles an hour. Temperatures expected to dip into the low 70s, maybe the upper 60s, depending on the length of the game here tonight. In other words, just a spectacular night for baseball. A little bit of a later arriving crowd, but they are still filing in, and we expect another big-time atmosphere tonight for Auburn baseball. We're glad you've made us a part of your day. We appreciate you making us a part of your Tuesday night. Cole Myers steps in from the left side to lead it off for Troy. Hayden Murphy, his first start of the year. The wind and the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and missed. 4 strike 1, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball to Myers and a good start. Myers, a .306 hitter. He's got 9 homers and 13 stolen bases from the leadoff spot. The pitch. That's a breaking ball that drops a little bit low, evens the count at 1-1 to the Troy center fielder.
Myers can really run. He does strike out a lot, 38 strikeouts on the year.
1-1 delivery to him is hit hard into right field. Justin Kirby on the run makes the catch in deep right field. Myers put a good swing on it, but Kirby tracked it down, and that's the way that baseball works. Right back into the starting lineup for the first time in a week, and the first ball hit comes right to you out in right field. Nice play by Kirby.
Noticed over the weekend and tonight again, ball is carrying well, and the wind, when it blows at all, is blowing toward right field.
Here's Donovan Wibbs out of Pensacola, Florida. He's a senior, and he goes up there hacking at the first pitch, fouls it back. It's 0-1.
A lot of free swingers on this team.
Yeah. Back-to-back lefties at the top of the order for Troy. Wind by the righty Murphy. He missed a little bit high. A ball and a strike to the first 2 hitters in the game. Murphy, 14 2/3 innings pitched now. 6 walks, 7 strikeouts. 1-1. Downstairs, 2-1 the count to Wibbs. The Troy second baseman batting .270. He has 3 homers. He's driven in a dozen. Wind in the pitch. Fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Interesting splits for Donovan Wibbs, a left-hand hitter. He's hitting .300 against left-hand pitching, .264 against righties.
Murphy's 2-2. Fouled off to the left side, up and over the seats, so we'll do it again. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hayden's last time out, he got the win a week ago against Samford. Gave up 3 runs on 6 hits in 3 1/3 innings. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 2. He threw 41 pitches a week ago. The 2-2 misses high to Wibbs, and the count is full. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the first, just underway at Plainsman Park. Payoff pitch to Wibbs. Just missed inside. He was close, but he was in, and it's just the 7th walk this season issued by Hayden Murphy.
And now you get to the meat of the order, Brad. Sullivan and Lewis. Sullivan, big lefty, first pitch swinger, and he is up there looking for fastballs.
Murphy started the first 2 batters of the game with fastballs. We'll see what he throws here to Sullivan. 2 stolen bases and 3 tries for Wibbs this season. The pitch hits Sullivan.
That is the 19th time Sullivan has been hit this year. Far and away the most of anybody on their team. 19 times in 41 games is a lot.
It's the 3rd batter that Murphy has hit this season. And now runners are at first and second without a hit and with one out in the inning.
And now it's a dangerous situation. Big Shane Lewis.
Lewis has 18 homers and 61 RBIs. He's their top hitter in both categories. Dangerous left-handed bat. First four in the lineup have been all lefties, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses low, a ball and no strikes. Lewis, a .326 hitter, and he's definitely a free swinger. He has struck out 43 times this year.
Started his career at Mississippi State, then went to Chipola Junior College in Florida before winding up at Troy.
1-0 pitch. He is grounded foul past the Troy dugout. It ricochets back out to the first base coach. A ball and a strike, the count here to Lewis. Tigers would love to get 3 or 4 innings out of Hayden Murphy. That would be pretty close to a best case scenario tonight for the Auburn starter. Murphy looks home and deals. Swing and a miss. Took something off there, and he had Lewis out in front of a changeup. Nice pitch, 1-2.
Despite being a power hitter with a lot of runners on in front of him, Lewis has only hit into 1 double play this year.
The 1-2 pitch, fouled off. Tried to come back after him with a fastball, put it up a little bit, and Lewis made enough contact.
Almost got it by.
Yeah.
I think Lewis might have been surprised on a pitcher's count that he came back with a fastball.
Another 1-2 pitch on the way to Lewis. It's lined foul right side. Really good swing that time by the Troy cleanup hitter. He fouled it off to the right.
Tried the fastball again. This time Lewis guessed right just a little early.
So we'll do it again. Good little battle here by the freshman Murphy and Shane Lewis, who's a redshirt sophomore. Runners at first and second. 1-2 pitch, called strike 3. Frozen. 93-mile-an-hour fastball, upper part of the zone, and Lewis must have been looking for something else. Whale of a pitch by Murphy to strike out the leading home run hitter for Troy. 2 away.
Last 3 pitches, all fastballs up in the zone. He fouled off a couple of them, hit one hard, and then he had to be guessing on that last one.
Yeah, that was belt high. And now here's Caleb Bartolero, senior third baseman for the Trojans. He is deep in the right-handed batter's box. First right-hander that Murphy has faced tonight. Freshman deals, threw him a breaking ball. It fell in for a strike, 0-1. Runner at second is Wibbs. Sullivan is at first. They're there by walk and hit batter, respectively. 2 outs, top of the first inning. Murphy from the stretch comes home. Another breaking ball. This one is off the outside edge, and it's a ball and a strike.
Bartolero, another one of those guys with gaudy numbers, 10 homers, 45 RBIs, batting behind Lewis.
The 1-1, here it is, up and in. That was a fastball. Might be wanting to set up the breaking ball again. 2-1 now the count on Bartolero. 10 homers, 45 RBIs of his own, and a .323 hitter. That's the second best batting average in the lineup. This is the 8th straight game for the Trojans with this lineup. The 2-1. Breaking ball. Did he stop his swing? He did not stop it. He went around, said David Savage at first base. That'll even the count at 2-2. Really good breaking ball. 2
breaking balls for strikes, 2 fastballs that were out of the zone. He wants to get him with this pitch. You don't want to let the merry-go-round get started.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Murphy's pitch. Fastball just missed the outside corner.
That was good location.
Yeah.
Bartolero just held up. Good eye for him.
You'll take that pitch. You'll take that location. Now the count's full, and the runners will get a head start from first and second. The payoff pitch is lined into right field. That's a base hit. Here comes Kirby. Here comes the runner. Wibbs slides in front of the throw home, and Troy takes a 1-0 lead on the RBI single for Caleb Bartolero. He worked the count full, and then a 2-strike swing went the other way, singled to right, and Troy breaks out on top.
Good job of hitting by Bartolero. If it's not 3-2, he does not score. In fact, I don't even think they send the runner.
I agree.
Kirby caught it on one hop, came up throwing, but with that running start from second base, just no chance to gun down Wibbs.
So now it's another lefty, and Kyle Mock, the designated hitter. And the first pitch to him is in there for a strike. Threw him a breaking ball for strike one. And boy, long term, if Hayden's able to land that breaking ball for called strikes, he's going to be in good shape. There it was the walk, and then the hit batter that got the walk to second base.
Yeah.
Came around to bite him, the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs.
That is not an unfamiliar story, unfortunately, and Auburn has been working to eliminate the freebies, but 2 freebies here in the first inning have thus far resulted in a run for Troy.
Runners first and second, still 2 out. Look back towards second. Murphy's 1-1 pitch. Misses down and in, 2-1. And they've worked 26 pitches out of Murphy here in the first inning.
Yeah, he's getting ahead of hitters and then falling behind.
Yeah.
He's getting a lot of first pitch strikes, but then he's having trouble locating after that.
Tough to get the put away pitch.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-1. There's a strike on the inside corner. 91 on the heater. 2-2. Yeah, he's been to 2 strikes to 4 of the 6 batters here in the first inning. And one of the 2 that he wasn't, he got out. 2-2. Breaking ball missed a little bit low or outside. And now it's back-to-back full counts. Bartolero singled on a 3-2 pitch. He's at first. Mock, 6 homers and 26 runs driven in this year. 1-0 Troy, top of the first, and a look back to second. And a throw behind the runner. Sullivan at second, Bartolero at first. Pitch. Just missed with a fastball. And it's a walk to load the bases. So Sullivan over to third, Bartolero down to second, Mock at first, and Ethan Cavanaugh will have to wait on a mound visit before he stands in there.
Well, the Auburn bullpen is not populated, so this is just a pep talk, if you will, a motivational meeting.
Cavanaugh does not have a home run this year. He has 27 RBIs. He has a .286 batting average. You got to look back a while to see the last time Hayden walked 2 in an outing. I think he's only done it maybe once this year. Let's see. Yeah, the only other time he's walked 2 came at Florida back on April 2nd. Walked 2 in an inning of work. Gave up 5 runs on 3 hits. Gave up a couple of home runs in that game. His ERA had been under 4.5 before that outing in Gainesville. He's been trying to recover ever since. There's a first pitch fastball swung on and missed by Cavanaugh, 0-1.
He had Cavanaugh guessing, and Cavanaugh was actually ahead of the fastball then.
Bases full of Trojans. Sullivan at third, Bartolero at second, Mock at first. 1-0 Troy. There's a little tapper foul left side. He threw him another fastball. And again, Cavanaugh way out in front. You don't want to slow his bat down here in this situation. I'd be surprised if we don't see another fastball.
Cavanaugh generally puts the ball in play, does not strike out much at all. Only 18 for the year.
0-2 pitch. Missed up and away with the fastball, and it's 1-2. A 32 pitch first inning for Hayden Murphy.
Yeah, that's not what they had in mind.
Freshman is ready. He deals at 1-2. Called strike 3 in the outside corner. Got him with a fastball. And the inning is over. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Murphy, but Troy takes advantage of a couple of freebies, and they score 1 run on 1 hit 2 walks and a hit batter, and Troy leaves the bases loaded in the top of the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Troy 1 and Auburn coming to bat. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
AuburnTigers.com is the official website of Auburn Athletics. Read the latest feature stories on your favorite Tiger teams. Get critical game day info, search videos and audio. Find how to get connected through social and digital media or by joining Tigers Unlimited. Shop the AU Photo Store or just find the next event on the athletic calendar. Plus, all athletics broadcasts are streamed free at AuburnTigers.com/watch. AuburnTigers.com, the official online home of Auburn Athletics.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. Let's start creating yours with the SUVs of the future, like Ford Escape, Edge, or Explorer. They all earned government 5-star overall crash safety ratings by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, because the SUVs of the future aren't designed for a few. They're for everyone. Be future ready with Ford SUVs. Government 5-star safety ratings are part of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's new car assessment program. For more information, visit nhtsa.gov.
So Troy draws first blood. They lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. The Trojans defensively will have Shane Lewis in left, Cole Myers in center, and Ethan Cavanaugh on right. Caleb Bartolero is the third baseman. Tremaine Cobb Jr. is the shortstop. Donovan Wibbs at second. William Sullivan at first. And Clay Stearns is behind the plate. On the mound will be junior left-hander Ryan Pettis out of Panama City, Florida, making his 10th appearance and third start for the Trojans. He's pitched only 13 innings this year and given up 14 hits, 6 earned runs, 5 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .275 against Ryan Pettis, who is 0-1 with a 4.15 earned run average. Pettis, an over-the-top left-hander, and he is set to work against Auburn leadoff man Cole Foster, the switch hitter, will bat from the right side. Brad?
Cole Foster spent most of the year in the leadoff spot. Moved back into the 2-hole over the weekend against Mississippi State because Chris Stanfield was given the shot in the leadoff position. Here's Foster taking the first pitch outside for ball 1. Cole this year a .327 average, 5 homers. He's driven in 30 runs, including the game winner, the walk-off winner Sunday. 1-0 pitch. Oh, that catches the outside corner at the top part of the strike zone. A ball and a strike to the Auburn shortstop.
Pettis tops out around 90 with his fastball. His off-speed stuff drops down in the upper 70s, though.
Left-hander misses the outside edge with an off-speed pitch, and now it's 2-1 to Cole.
He likes to work the outside corner regardless of whether it's a left-hand or right-handed batter.
Tigers can take advantage of that if they can see it early, either off the edge or if he misses and is over the plate. Here's the 2-1. That's a line drive over a leaping shortstop and into left center field. Foster a big turn at first. He's going to try for 2. Here he comes. The throw is off target, and Foster slides in with a head-first slide. It's a leadoff double for Foster, his 11th double of the season, and a good start to the first inning for the Tigers.
No hesitation at all for Cole Foster. When he saw that ball get above the glove of Cobb, he was about a third of the way down the first baseline, and he made the big turn in a full-out sprint for second base. Good job by Myers in center field. The throw was just about 5 feet off coming into second. That was enough.
The pitch was down the middle and just under the belt. Pierce shows bunt, pulls the bat back, takes it low, ball 1.
Again, the off-speed pitch, trying to work the outside corner and missing.
Yeah, that's where you can take advantage, I think, of Pettis.
Skip Poe has a narrow strike zone tonight so far for both pitchers.
1-0, grounded into left field, base hit by Pierce. Foster rounds third. He will score easily. Pierce takes a wide turn at first, and just like that, Auburn answers. An RBI single for Bobby Pierce, and it's 1-1.
Nothing cheap about either one.
No, those balls have been tagged.
By the way, if there is the Achilles heel of this Troy team, if you will, is defense.
Yeah.
They've made a lot of errors on the infield, especially in the middle infield.
Bartolero
they don't
at
have
third.
great arms.
Yeah, Bartolero at third has 8 errors. Cobb at short has 17 errors this year. Pitch to Irish. Blooped into center field. That will get down. Rounding second is Pierce. He's racing to third. He's in safely. And Auburn has come to swing tonight. 3 straight hits, and runners are at first and third with still nobody out.
What is that, 6 pitches, 3 hits?
Yes.
That's being aggressive.
Sure is. And that one wasn't necessarily stung. It was in on the hands and just blooped into center field. But Pierce, heading towards second from first, could read it very well. And the outfielders have been playing Auburn very deep here at the top of the order. And so Pierce had no trouble at all heading to third on the play.
Not
Auburn.
sure if this is Skylar Meade or if it's the pitching coach.
It is Skylar Meade. It is the head coach.
Okay, out for the quickly running out to the mound after only 6 pitches. Meade was an assistant at Louisville for a while. He saw Auburn in the College World Series back in '19.
An assistant at Louisville.
Unfortunately, a sad memory for
Yeah.
the Tigers. A game that lasted about 30 hours
With
over 2 days.
Over 2 days with a long weather delay, yeah. He was also an assistant at South Carolina for a spell. That's where Auburn will be this weekend. Well, it's good that Auburn answered back quickly. They answered right away here. Already got that run back here in the bottom of the inning, and they're threatening for more with runners at the corners and still nobody out. And Bryson Ware steps in. He has 16 home runs this season. He takes ball 1 outside.
I don't want to say they respect Bryson Ware, but in left field, Shane Lewis could scratch his back on the wall. And the center fielder, Myers, is equally deep.
Yeah, they play him to pull in center and right as well. Big hole on the right side for Ware. The 1-0 pitch is, boy, he took a whale of a cut and fouled it to the back. A ball and a strike to the Auburn third baseman.
He may need new shoestrings after that one. Maybe a lumbar support as well.
I was going to say that swing is why they stretched their back so effectively before the games. 1-1 to Ware. He's driven in 48 runs this season. There's a line drive pulled foul left side up over the terrace. My goodness.
Glad that got above the terrace and hit the fence behind the terrace. That one could have done some damage.
Hey, these last 2 swings have been mean from Ware. He's behind in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch upstairs. That's a good take.
That's a tough take there.
Yeah.
It was high. He was trying to get him to go for the high fastball, and Ware laid off.
Pierce is at third, Irish at first. Nobody out. Bottom of the first inning. Stretch. Pettis deals. Missed low, and the count is full. What do you throw here?
Be interesting to see what Ike Irish does here as well. As good as Auburn has been at putting the ball in play in this first inning. However, Bryson Ware is a power hitter. Is a threat to strike out as well.
Payoff pitch. Lifted right side foul. That'll get out of play.
And the runner was not going.
Yep. So we'll do it again. A leadoff double by Cole Foster. Pierce brought him in with a single. Irish then singled to center. Pierce at third, Ike at first. Pettis off the left side of the rubber. Another 3-2 pitch. And it missed high, ball 4. And the bases are loaded. Troy loaded the bases in the first inning but did not score. Auburn, however, has loaded them with nobody out for the SEC Player of the Week, Cooper McMurray.
Player of the Week.
National Player of the Week, yes.
That was announced this afternoon. SEC Player of the Week announced yesterday. Well, he's
McMurray.
only had 5 home runs in the last 4 games.
Yeah, 8 homers in the last 9 games. It's been a terrific month for Cooper. First pitch to him. In the dirt, blocked by Stearns. He saved a run. A ball and no strikes. McMurray has also walked 25 times this year. That's the second most in the lineup tonight.
And remember, he missed a month.
Missed a month, yep. 1-0. Breaking ball high. 2 balls, no strikes.
Neither bullpen is populated at all right now. Only the first inning, but both pitchers struggling a little bit.
16 pitches here for Pettis. Nobody out, bases loaded. 2-0 pitch. Inside corner, and it's 2-1.
That's a good pitch, a good take by Cooper.
you cannot just give away the inside corner to McMurray. The pitchers that have had the most success against him this year have been able to have it down and in. The 2-1 is roped foul to the right side. He came for that inside corner again, and now the Troy bullpen will get a little action. It'll be populated as 4 guys run down there. 2-2 the count to McMurray. He got ahead of Ware a ball and 2 strikes and then lost him. Bryson edges away from first. 2-2 to McMurray. Ground ball, base hit, right field. Just took an easy swing and sent it into right. 2 runs score on the play. It's 3-1 Auburn on the 2-run single by Cooper McMurray.
Just stay hot, Cooper. Just another 4 weeks or so.
Glad he didn't pull a hamstring running to first. Pierce and Irish score easily on the play. There was no throw. Ware stops at second. Still nobody out. And Kason Howell, the batter.
And I'll tell you, Auburn has shown already, and we knew going in, they're going to try to run on these corner outfielders.
Yeah.
They're going to take a base every time they get a chance.
Well, Auburn doesn't look out of the gate like a team that's looking past an in-state opponent for South Carolina. Here's the first pitch to Kason Howell, over for strike 1.
Well, he got the top of the zone there with that 89-mile-an-hour fastball.
3 runs on 4 hits for Auburn. Runners first and second, nobody out. The pitch. Check swing on 1 up and in. It's fouled back to the net. Howell behind now, no balls, 2 strikes. 3-1 Tigers, bottom of the first. Howell, a right-handed hitter. 265 average. Takes ball 1 high.
He keeps working him high in, high away.
Howell, 4 homers. He's driven in 24 runs. He had a homer Saturday against Mississippi State, didn't he?
He had 5 RBIs in about 15 minutes.
1-2 down the right field line. That's a fair ball. That's headed for the corner. That's going to be another Kason Howell double. McMurray stops at third. Ware scores on the play. 4-1 Auburn on the RBI double for the nation's active leader in doubles, Kason Howell. And the beat goes on.
Auburn just doing a good job. If they fall behind, they just hit it where it is, and that's exactly what he did then. They worked the outside part of the plate. Kason Howell drilled it right down the first baseline.
Auburn's last 2 hits have come with 2 strikes, McMurray and Howell. Cooper's at third, Kason's at second. Still nobody out for Justin Kirby. First pitch. There's a fastball for a strike, 0-1.
For Kason Howell, that is career double number 67. The man in second place all time at Auburn is standing in the third base coach's box. Gabe Gross had 68.
0-1, hit into right field by Kirby, right at the right fielder, Cavanaugh. Tagging from third is McMurray. He scores standing up. It's a sacrifice fly, an RBI for Kirby, and that makes it 5-1 Auburn here in the first.
Good job of putting the bat on the ball. He just hit it right at Cavanaugh, but Auburn, no doubt they were going to run on a medium length fly ball, and basically McMurray scored easily.
Yep. Here is Caden Green with Howell at third. He tagged up as well on the play. First pitch to Green. Misses upstairs, 1-0. The first 6 batters all reached. The first 5 have scored. Kason Howell at third base with 1 out. The pitch. Popped up. Back behind the plate. That'll get out of play. Over on top of the net. A ball and a strike to Green. 240 the average for Caden Green. 2 homers, 12 RBIs on the year. Good start for Auburn. 5 runs, 5 hits. The 1-1 pitch. Misses down and in. Green took it for ball 2.
That was a good pitch by Pettis. Bottom fell out, and Green with a very good take on a curveball that came in about knee high and then just fell to the ground.
The 2-1 delivery. Missed low. Stearns tried to frame it, didn't get the call, and now a hitter's count for the Auburn second baseman.
He's starting to aim his fastball a little bit, and it's losing a little velocity.
The 3-1 pitch from the Troy left-hander on the way. And it's hit in the air to center field. It'll be deep enough to score the run. Myers settles under it. He makes the catch. Howell tags from third. Throw comes in from center, and is a good throw by Myers to make that closer than it should have been, but Kaysen slid in head first in plenty of time, and Auburn leads 6-1. It's a sacrifice fly for Green.
Well, we mentioned Auburn's going to run on the corner outfielders.
Yeah.
Probably not going to run as much on Myers. He showed a bit of a cannon from moderate right center field there. Moderate depth right center
It was
field.
a tremendous throw.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was any chance that would be close, but it was. He still scored, and now here's Nate LaRue. The hot-hitting Nate LaRue takes ball one low. LaRue hit his first homer of the season Sunday against Mississippi State. Had a couple of hits in that game. 3 hits in the series, the 1-0 pitch. That missed low, and now 2 balls, no strikes the count to the Auburn catcher. Now nobody on and 2 away. And every at-bat thus far has been productive. Pitch is hit hard but foul down the left field line and off the net, 2-1.
And again, he got an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. And just turned on it a little too quick.
It can be an adjustment when you're used to seeing 90 and up
When
from
you were
everybody.
seeing 96 and 97 all weekend, yeah.
2-1. Left fielder goes all the way over into left center, the 2-1. Missed way outside, 3-1 the count.
Well, and the center fielder, Myers, is moving over into right center, so that would be an indication they're going to try to work the outside part of the plate here.
Yes, it would. Catcher sets up there. 3-1 pitch. Grounded off of his foot at the plate.
Both starting pitchers over 30 pitches in the first inning. This will be pitch number 35 for Pettis.
He checks his wristband for the pitch call. LaRue stands back in. Full count. Pettis comes set, still from the stretch with nobody on base, and the pitch. Fastball missed, down and in. Ball 4. The second walk issued by Pettis, and one time through the order, that's going to do it for the Troy pitcher. He recorded 2 outs, both on sacrifice flies, which means all 9 at-bats for Auburn the first time through the order were productive at-bats. They either reached base, drove in runs, or both reached and scored on the play. It is 6-1 Auburn. We're in the bottom of the first inning, and Troy is making, with 2 outs and a runner at first, a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud to support the Auburn Tigers.
We are blazing along in front of a big crowd here at Blazeman Park on a Tuesday night, bottom of the first inning. And Troy is making the call to the bullpen. Noah Manning, a junior right-hander out of Minooka, Illinois, and Iowa Western Junior College, 6'1", 177. Manning is making his 21st appearance. He's appeared in half their games so far. He's only pitched 24 1/3 innings and given up 15 earned runs. Walked 5, struck out 26. And that gives you an idea what kind of pitcher he is. Opponents hitting .316 against him. Noah Manning, 5.55 earned run average, a 1-2 record. overall. Noah Manning with 6 saves, so he is their closer coming in here to pitch in the bottom of the first inning. Noah Manning is on for Pettis. 2/3 of an inning, he gave up 5 hits and 6 earned runs, walked 2, gave up the 2 sacrifice flies, and leaves trailing 6-1 with nobody on base. Well, actually 1 on base at first base. He's responsible for that runner. He threw 36 pitches, just 19 of them strikes. That was the big bugaboo for Ryan Pettis tonight.
9 of the 19 first batters that Manning has faced this year have reached base. He has come into the games with 22 inherited runners. 9 of those runners came in to score. And it'll be the top of the order who gets their look, or who gets a look at Noah Manning. Cole Foster, who doubled earlier this inning, came around to score on the Bobby Pierce single.
Yeah, Pettis was an over-the-top left-hander. Noah Manning is a sidearm right-hander.
So Foster, who hit right-handed against Pettis, turns around and hits from the left side against Manning. I'm reminded of the Southeastern Louisiana game last year in the regionals. First pitch, inside corner for strike 1 to Foster.
He runs his fastball in 88 to 90, and that was a fastball, but much more mix of pitches than Pettis showed.
0-1 pitch. LaRue gets his lead from first. It is fouled off the plate, and very quickly it's 0-2 on Foster.
So an 88-mile-an-hour fastball and an 81-mile-an-hour straight change from the sidearm righty, and he is 0-2.
Auburn into the Troy bullpen early in this one. 2 outs, bottom of the first. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball, right side, gloved by the second baseman Wibbs to his left, dropped by the first baseman. It's just dropped by Sullivan. Throw to third, and they tag out LaRue, who was trying to stretch it on the play. He thought the ball got away further from Sullivan than it did. It'll be an error on Sullivan for dropping the throw that allowed Foster to reach, and LaRue is thrown out at third base on the play. Paul, I think he just thought it got away further than it did.
It rolled away and was rolling, but a heads-up play by the pitcher, and Manning got over there in time to make a good throw across the diamond. And if it hadn't been the pitcher, I don't think they would have gotten it.
Yeah, it goes 1-5 on the putout of LaRue at third base, and that's how the inning ends. But it is a really good inning for Auburn. 6 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base for the Tigers. 10 Tigers bat in the first. We go to the second. It's 6-1 Auburn. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Whether you're cheering on the Tigers with their signature wings or taking the party on the road, at Baumhauer's Victory Grill, it's game day every day. With a menu full of scratch-made American classics and game day favorites, plus nearly 100 HD TVs, there's enough legendary fun and legendary food for the whole team. Plus, Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn is the home of the first coal-fired pizza ovens in Alabama. Try one of their gourmet pizzas today, now delivered by Tigertown to go. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
And the pitch.
A swing so powerful it takes our breath away. A double play that has us high-fiving strangers, swaying together with every take me out to the ball game, and the rally that brings us to our feet as one. At Alabama Power, we believe that sharing 9 innings of baseball makes us a better community. It's a powerful spirit that energizes the communities we serve. It's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others from COVID and flu. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Hayden Murphy threw 33 pitches in the first inning, but the Tigers have a 6-1 lead as he goes to work in the second. He throws a fastball by Tremaine Cobb Jr. to start the second. 0-1 the count. We were talking in the break. The cue for Murphy now is just throw strikes. Offense puts 6 on the board. And there's a bouncing ball to short. Gloved on 3 hops by Foster. Throw to first in time.
Yeah, it's time to go to the Joe Gonzalez School of Pitching here. Throw strikes and let them beat it in the ground.
Yep.
You got a good defense behind you, and Foster there at that time, a little tricky hop, but he knew he had time because the ball was sharply hit, and he's got a great arm. He was named by Cooper McMurray as one of the superheroes of the universe.
Yeah, that was fantastic. So during the break, and they've been doing this all year, there's a contest where they pick a fan and they say, all right, how many fill in the blank can you name in 20 seconds? And then they go to a recorded segment with a player doing the same thing. First pitch, breaking ball for a strike to Stearns, 0-1. So tonight it was superheroes. How many superheroes can you name in 20 seconds? And so the fan does his thing. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball low to Stearns, a ball and a strike. And then McMurray, who has a tremendous personality.
Yeah.
He gets going, all right, Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, and then he locks up. 1-1. Bounced through the hole into right field. That's a base hit for Stearns. He hit it on the ground. He just hit it between Green and McMurray and into right field. A one-out single. Now back to the top of the order, Cole Myers. So he goes Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Cole Foster.
I don't think they gave him credit for that.
No, they did.
Oh,
they
did
absolutely gave him credit for it, yeah. What they didn't give him credit for is when he said the Fantastic Four.
All four?
All four of them. They just gave him one for that.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty entertaining little segment.
That's a great segment.
First pitch to Myers. A little bit low. 1-0 the count. Myers flied out to right field his first time. Stearns, the catcher, injured for about a month or so for Troy. He's been back in for a couple of weeks. No stolen base attempts on the season. The pitch flied to right again. That one's well hit. Kirby goes back as far as he can go, and that is way out of the ballpark. That's a 2-run home run for Myers, his 10th long ball of the season, and that makes it 6-3 Auburn.
Well, that was a no-doubter. As Myers just turned, got a knee-high, it looked to be a fastball, and just got it up in the air. And I think Justin Kirby, with a courtesy look more than anything else.
Yeah.
You never want to just stand there and watch the ball sail out without moving. It upsets your pitcher.
Yeah.
So he jogged 3 or 4 steps and then looked up.
He didn't leave it up. It was about knee-high. That's just a good piece of hitting by Myers, who, as we said, he's done it 9 other times this year. First pitch misses low to Wibbs, a ball and nothing.
4th home run given up by Murphy this year.
Wibbs walked back in the first inning. He takes a strike at the knees here, 1-1 the count. The second inning is presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, foul off of his foot. He'll hop around out of that left-handed batter's box, shake it off, climb back in with a ball and 2 strikes against him. Sullivan waits on deck. Wibbs scored Troy's first inning run. Trojans have put 2 on the board here in the second. 6-3 Auburn our score. Murphy shakes off the first sign. Now he's ready, the 1-2. Ground ball to second. Green gloves, pats, throws, out. 2 down. And now Sullivan, who was hit by a pitch, which is nothing new. As Paul mentioned, it's the 19th time this year that he's been hit by a pitch. He's got an open stance that's fairly closed off. The first pitch to him, big sweeping cut and a miss, 0-1.
That was pitch number 46 for Murphy.
0-1. Swing and a miss again at a changeup.
His longest outing was 64 pitches at Texas A&M. He threw 41 last Tuesday night against Samford.
0-2 to Sullivan. Bounced up there, a ball and 2 strikes. Sullivan's feet are maybe shoulder width apart, maybe a little closer than that. And slightly open. They play him to pull on the infield, straight away in the outfield. The 1-2 pitch is pulled right side past Green, who made a diving effort, and into right field. Third base hit of the inning for Troy. Sullivan's first hit of the game. He's at first with 2 outs for Shane Lewis.
He fooled Lewis, did Murphy in the first inning. Got him looking at a called third strike. But this is not a guy you want to mess around with a lot. As we mentioned, he is going to end this season in a lot of places in the Troy record book, home runs being among them.
Out of Vicksburg, Mississippi. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball that was off the plate. 0-1 the count. He struck him out on a fastball last inning. 2 outs, runner at first. 6-3, Auburn on top. Top of the second. Stretched by Murphy in the pitch. High fly ball, right field, down the line. That ball is foul.
Well, thank goodness, because it went about 365 feet right down the line and was well out of here. Whew.
That was an easy swing, too, by Lewis. That was not out of his shoes or overextended.
Lewis is 1 homer away from becoming the all-time single-season Troy home run leader.
Still a month left in the year, too.
Yeah.
0-2 pitch. Down and in, a ball and 2 strikes.
Auburn would do well not to let him set that record tonight.
Yeah. Tigers by 3, top of the second inning. Here's the 1-2 offering from Murphy. Way outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So now he's missed in and he's missed out after getting ahead 0-2. What is the put-away pitch for Lewis? A little bit of activity starting, some shuffling going on in the Auburn bullpen. There's a little soft toss to first, and Sullivan is back with a head-first slide. 2 runs in the inning, a 2-run homer by Cole Myers. It's cut the Auburn lead to 6-3.
Parker Carlson, the right-hander, is throwing in the bullpen.
2-2 pitch, high and deep to right, and it's a 1-run game.
And Lewis just became Troy's all-time single-season home run leader with that 2-run shot.
A pair of 2-run homers in the inning, and just like that, it's 6-5 Auburn. Bats are going to have to be engaged all game long.
And now Parker Carlson is no longer soft tossing in the bullpen for Auburn. That was pitch number 52 we mentioned. Hayden Murphy's longest outing was 64 pitches. He went 41 last Tuesday.
Lewis just missed one a couple of pitches before. He didn't miss that time in the first pitch to Bartolero. Sweeps outside for ball 1. Bartolero, an RBI single back in the first. He is the 7th man to bat here in the second. 1-0 pitch. There's a curve that's over for a strike. 1-1. Seven Trojans batted in the first. 7 more now have batted in the second. The pitch, fastball grounded to third. Short hop stabbed by Ware. Long throw is in time for the out, and the inning comes to a close. So 3 ground ball outs, but in the midst of it all, 4 runs on 4 hits, including 2 2-run homers. No errors, nobody left on base for the Trojans. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The bottom of the second. And it's 6-5 Auburn. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
It's always a good day when we get to talk with Casey Cooper.
After elbow surgery, I really focused on my hitting and broke my swing down because I was released to do that sooner. And that's when I started becoming known as a hitter. And so a couple people invested in me hitting and really took my swing to the next level. And so unfortunately, during that time, that's prime recruiting time, is sophomore season when I was out. And that's really hard to get a scholarship at that time. So I could go to Auburn for a full academic scholarship, and engineering was always a big thing for me. And so I actually signed on a $200 softball scholarship because I wanted a signing party.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Ten Tigers batted in the first inning. Auburn leads Troy 6-5 as Auburn bats here in the second. Pierce, Irish, and Ware, 2, 3, and 4, due up. against Noah Manning, the closer for the Trojans. He got the third out of the first inning. You know, we didn't talk enough about the play Wibbs made on the ball, going to his left on that ground ball by Foster. Yeah. He should have had the out. First baseman just dropped the ball.
He got it there in time for the out. It was just dropped, yeah.
All right, first pitch to Pierce. Line in the left center field. That's a base hit for Bobby. Punch, counter punch. Punch, counter punch. First pitch single for Pierce here in the second.
Bobby Pierce not hot or anything. Just had a great series against Mississippi State. Now 2 for 2 in this game. Average up over 355 now.
Drew Nelson and Trevor Horn pop out of the Auburn dugout, and they jog down to the Auburn bullpen. Shortstop Cobb goes over to the right side of second base. Huge hole on the left side of the infield for Ike Irish, who swings over the top of a pitch where the bottom just fell out of it. 0-1 to count to Ike. He singled on the first pitch he saw back in the first.
Cameron Keyshock now in the Auburn bullpen as well. Parker Carlson, the only person throwing out there now.
0-1 to Irish. Swing and a miss. Same pitch, same spot, same result. 0-2.
Swung right through it both times. They give him a massive hole where the shortstop would be, and it extends all the way into the outfield. Big hole in left center as well.
0-2 to Irish. Down and away, a ball and 2 strikes to the Auburn DH. We've seen Ike at first base, seen him in the DH spot. He has caught a couple of games this year. They really like what he can do behind the plate going forward with the program. Wide stance with 2 strikes, bends his knees, and the 1-2 pitch. Lined glove by the second baseman, goes to second for the force there, and that is all they'll get. A tremendous play by Wibbs at second base, a screamer. He was playing deep and over toward the line at second base, and he stabbed at it, a short hop, and went to second for the force.
A little surprised he went to second as Pierce runs well, and they got him on a bang-bang play and a good play by Tremaine Cobb as well to take that throw out of the dirt and get the force play.
So 1 out, and Irish now your runner at first for Bryson Ware. Ware walked to load the bases last inning. And the first pitch is wild. It's in the left-handed batter's box and all the way to the backstop, and Irish jogs down to second easily. A wild pitch for Manning. So a runner in scoring position for the Tigers. And a ball and no strikes to Bryson Ware. Ware 17 walks this year. He's driven in 48 runs. Number 49 is out there at second right now. 1-0. Bunted. Foul back behind the plate.
If he's bunting for a hit with the third baseman back and the first baseman back.
And the first baseman, Sullivan, comes up just a step now. They still play back at third. See if Sullivan charges. 3 infielders on the left side of second base. 1-1 pitch. He's swinging, and he misses. 1-2 the count. Second baseman Wibbs to the left of the bag at second. First baseman Sullivan, the only infielder on the right side of the diamond. And the 1-2 pitch to Ware. Breaking ball off the end of the bat to the Troy dugout. Foul ball, will do it again. He was way early on a changeup at 77 miles an hour, but he did get a piece of it.
Manning worked 2 days ago on Sunday against Texas State, but he only threw 6 pitches, so they ran him back out there early tonight as the closer in the first inning.
1-2 offering to Ware. Swing and a miss. Got him on a slider away. Good pitch. 2 down. And if Auburn wants to do anything here in the second, it'll be up to Cooper McMurray. McMurray drove in 2 more runs with a single in the first. Later came around to score in the inning. 31 ribbies now for McMurray, the transfer from Kansas. He and Caden Green, both from Tulsa, Oklahoma. First pitch to him, misses low, ball 1.
Well, they believe in analytics. They're in the big-time shift again with 3 infielders on the right side. Center field and right field playing very, very deep and to pull.
1-0. Misses low. 2 balls, no strikes.
And they're pitching him inside.
I'll tell you, a bloop to left out of McMurray, and he might get a triple.
Might.
Maybe. The left fielder, Lewis, though, is way in the gap. 2-0, way outside, 3-0. And with first base open, they might be exercising extreme caution with McMurray. Right-handed hitting Kason Howell waiting on deck. 3-0 pitch to McMurray. On the way. It's right in there for strike 1.
First baseman Sullivan is right on top of the line at first base.
Yeah.
That's usually something you see in the 8th or 9th inning of a close game.
(3-1). Misses low. That's ball 4. And McMurray's been aboard twice. They're at first and second with 2 out for Kason Howell.
Be a good time for Kason to tie Gabe Gross for second on the all-time doubles list.
Sir. 68 last time, right?
67. 68 is what Gabe Gross has.
All right.
You think Gabe would be trying to hold him at first if he hit one in the gap?
Thankfully, Gabe's not over there at first.
I meant from the third base
from
box.
Third, yeah. First pitch to Howell. Right through there, strike 1. Manning has come in and he's looked a little more in control. You can tell
much more.
He's the guy that has closed games, the stopper for the Trojans. Had more command. Right-hander looks to second, looks home, comes home. Upstairs, a ball and a strike.
But as the closer, you wonder, he only threw 6 pitches on Sunday, but you wonder how long you go with your closer, even on a Tuesday night.
1-1 pitch to Howell. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Swing and a miss at a slider. That's the pitch on which he struck out Ware. And he got Howell reaching for it. 1-2.
He's only pitched 25 innings in 21 appearances, so he is not used to going multiple innings.
1-2 to Howell. Off the end of the bat, lifted foul, up the net and down the net. He tried the slider again. He just caught too much of the plate with it. And Kason did a good job to reach across, too. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The first 6 hitters for Auburn reached in the first inning, and all 6 scored. It's 6-5 now in the second. The pitch. Ground ball to third, gloved by Bartolero. He'll go to third and win the race for the force play. And the inning comes to a close as Irish is retired on the force. So a 0 on the board by Manning and the Trojans. No runs for Auburn, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We've played 2. Auburn on top of Troy 6-5. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Six to 5 Auburn through 2 innings. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the 3rd inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We're located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me. 333-3333.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Download the Chick-fil-A app to earn and redeem points. Eat more chicken and War Eagle.
New Auburn pitcher as we go to the top of the third inning. Sophomore right-hander Parker Carlson, 6'1", 184 out of Mobile. Carlson making his 14th appearance of the season. He's pitched 12 innings and allowed just 4 earned runs. He has walked 11, struck out 16, opponents hitting .280 against him. Carlson with a 1-0 record with 1 save, earned run average of an even 3 runs per game. So Parker Carlson is on to work for the Tigers here in the third inning in a 6-5 game. Hayden Murphy went 2 innings, gave up 5 runs, all earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2. Facing 14 hitters, he threw 57 pitches, 35 of them strikes. So Hayden Murphy retires leading in the game, and Parker Carlson, the right-hander, is on to work for Auburn, facing the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Troy.
Mock, Kavanaugh, and Cobb due up. Mock walked in the first inning. First pitch of the third on the outside corner, a fast strike. 0-1. Mock hitting just a little under 300, 296. Left-handed batter, swings and fouls it over the head of his third base coach and ricochets into left field. 0-2 the count to the Troy designated hitter. Mock 6 feet 213. Stands off the plate in the left-handed batter's box. And the 0-2 pitch sails high, a ball and 2 strikes.
Carlson tried to muscle up on that one. He just fell off the mound of the first base side, and the fastball sailed high and away.
1 run in the first, 4 in the second for Troy, 6 in the first for Auburn. 6-5 Tigers, 1-2. High foul ball back behind the plate and out of play. That was a curve. Still 1-2. The third inning is presented by the Vance Law Firm. At the Vance Law Firm, they say dial 3 for me. 334-333-3333. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carlson delivers. That's lined into right field. Kirby on the run, reaches up and makes the catch. Well, again, Mock put a good swing on it, but Kirby was able to chase it down, retreating and moving to his right out in right field, 1 away.
Auburn has outstanding outfield defense from their 4 regular outfielders. They can really run the ball down, and some good arms out there, especially Kirby in right and Pearson left. They can gun you down. I think Pearson's now at 5 assists from the outfield.
First pitch to Kavanaugh, buzz the tower, 1-0. Kavanaugh struck out looking to end the first inning. Wind and Carlson's pitch. Missed a little bit high. It's 2-0. Troy in black jerseys, white pants, white numerals, red trim, and metallic red helmets. 2-0. Fastball topped on the ground to third. Ware waits on it, fields, throws low, picked out by McMurray at first base on a hop.
Super defensive play by the National Player of the Week, who doesn't get enough credit for his defense, but Cooper McMurray can really pick it at first base.
Ball had some top spin. Ware caught with an in-between hop, waited back on it, fielded it with the heel of the glove turned up, and then the throw was low, but McMurray did a really nice job to handle the hop. Here's Tremaine Cobb Jr. He takes a strike on the outside edge, 0-1.
A big breaking curveball to Cobb, and Cobb looks back at the home plate umpire a little questioningly there, but that had a lot of break.
0-1, another breaking ball. He swung and missed, 0-2. Well, 1-2-3 inning would be just what the doctor ordered here. 0-2. Little tapper, right side. Carlson fields. He'll take it to the bag himself. Dr. Carlson makes house calls. 1 unassisted, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Trojans in the third inning. 6-5, Auburn on top through 2.5 innings at Plainsman Park. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the third inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We're located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me. 333-3333.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you know you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
The Troy closer, Noah Manning, is still out there as the bottom third of the order come up for Auburn in the third inning. It'll be Kirby, Green, and LaRue. Tigers on top 3-2. I'm sorry, that's just not right. It's not right at all. It's a one-run game, but it's 6-5. Boy, I couldn't even tell you where I got 3-2.
It was never 3-2.
No, I know. Wow. That's the kind of thing that'll make you worry a little bit about yourself. Kirby drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the first inning. That was on an 0-1 pitch. He'll lead things off here in the third. I'll tell you what it was. I had to cross out the numbers in my scorebook because Auburn sent 10 to the plate in the first. So I was looking at the 2 that I had to cross out and make a 3. First pitch. Outside corner. Strike 1.
Sort of.
Yeah. That's how Skip Poe saw it anyway. Shift is on against Kirby. 3 infielders on the left side, only 1 on the right side, and the pitch sails way outside and low. 1-1 to the Auburn right fielder. 8 homers, 27, make it 28 driven in this year for Kirby after his RBI sac fly in the first. 1-1. Swing and a foul tip into the mid, a ball and 2 strikes.
They don't really want you to know it, Troy. How about the pitcher's outings previous to his last one? So,
1-2. He got a piece of it. Really good swing by Kirby. It was a sweeping slider headed away from him, and he reached across the plate, tipped it foul. I'd look it up, but my screen's been completely frozen since about the first pitch.
You're not sending a message with that, are you?
No. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, flied into left center field. That's pretty well hit. Long run by the center fielder on the warning track. Myers makes the catch in left center right in front of the Coca-Cola logo. That ball just kept carrying and carrying. It was hit off the hands, and it just kept on going, but Myers was able to track it down in left center, deep left center for the first out of the inning. So there's the first out of the third. Manning has now gone an inning and 2/3 in relief. Caden Green runs up on the first pitch and then pulls the bat back and takes it high. He was running up, squaring to bunt. Green with a sac fly, drove in a run in the first. Stretched by Manning. His 30th pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1.
Manning's longest outing of the year, 2 2/3 innings against Louisiana Monroe.
Okay.
He's only gone over 2 innings 3 times this year.
So you found it.
I did. It was hidden. We tracked it down.
1-1, up and in. 2 balls and a strike to the Auburn second baseman. Auburn is at South Carolina this weekend. 2-1. Ground ball, too short, into the shift. It's gloved there by Cobb, and he throws on for the second out. 2 up, 2 down in the third for the Tigers, and now the number 9 hitter, Nate LaRue. LaRue walked in the first inning. 11th walk of the season for the Auburn catcher. This is Auburn's 41st game of the year, and Nate has started 30 of the 41 games. Shift is on against him as well, and the first pitch is a strike at 0-1.
Well, you can see why they like Manning as their closer. He comes in and takes command on the mound.
He came on with a runner at first and 2 outs in the first inning. Ground ball to third. Bartolero fields and throws low but out, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3 go the Tigers in the third, just as the Trojans went in the top of the inning. 6-5 our score through 3 innings at Plainsman Park, and Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Baseball, basketball, pickleball. Those are sports, and people love sports. If you love sports, you should know this. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. Does saving have anything to do with sports? No! The people love sports, so I'm yelling sports out. Hockey, swimming, golf! Not all sports have the word ball in there, so save big when you switch to Progressive. Go sports teams!
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Potential savings will vary.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to getrefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
We move to the 4th inning at Plainsman Park. Auburn on top of Troy 6-5. Trojans will send 9-1 and 2 to the plate in the 4th. Stearns, Myers, and Wibbs against Parker Carlson, who worked a 1-2-3 third. It's my privilege to turn things over to Paul Ellen to take you through the middle 3 innings.
All right, thank you very much, Brad. Parker Carlson provided some much needed relief there with that 1-2-3 inning when he came in. So Carlson back out to work the 4th, 6-5 Auburn leading. Stearns, first time up, he singled, came around to score on the 2-run homer by Cole Myers. 2 2-run homers for Troy, accounting for 4 of their 5 runs. Auburn got the first 6 men on who came to the plate in the bottom of the 1st. They all came around to score. Base hit, couple of sac flies. They just basically came up swinging. So here's Stearns, right-hander, against the Auburn right-hander. First pitch off speed curve for strike 1.
Stearns, the catcher, had an injury, missed a couple of weeks, and in his place, Brooks Bryan was able to start about 8 games for Troy. He's from Opelika.
Pitch is popped straight up. Let's see if it stays in right behind home plate. LaRue is back, and he can't get it. It's about 8 feet up on the screen. LaRue located the ball very, very quickly. It tried to come back. Wasn't hit quite high enough for the spin to bring it back. There's no wind here right now.
Well, how nicely did that crowd fill in, by the way?
I'll tell you, big crowd on hand for a Tuesday night. Auburn won, of course, 3 of their last 4 on this 5-game homestand. Pitch on the way. The 0-2 is chopped foul over by the third base dugout. And the count remains 0-2.
Well, the curveball from Carlson's been like a waterfall, hasn't it? Really good, sharp,
very
vertical break.
effective, and it's been around the strike zone.
Yeah.
Tough take for these hitters. Troy, a bunch of free swingers with 76 home runs already this year. There's a pitch in the dirt outside, and the kick goes 1 ball. Strikes on Clay Stearns. Stearns a single to right his first time. Go in the Auburn play to infield. And on the out, 1-2 is lined foul, third base line. And the count remains 2-3-1. 4 lots of home runs we've mentioned by this Troy team. New baseball for Carlson. And he's set to go to work. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Third strikeout for Auburn. As Carlson gets him swinging, he did not get a good look at that. tried to check his swing. By the way, strikeout number 3 for the Tigers, the K counter, presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. We go back to the top of the order now, and here's Cole Myers. Myers has flied to right on a well-hit ball and then flied out of the park to right. A home run, a 2-run homer. Takes the first pitch down low for ball 1. Myers 10 homers on the year, 25 RBIs. He can really, really run. 1-0, swing and a foul tip at the plate. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Auburn had right-hander Ryan Olson throwing earlier. They got a left-hander up throwing now, and we're expecting to see Johnny Allstaff out there for Auburn and perhaps for Troy as well tonight. There's a pitch outside, and the count 2-1 on Cole Myers.
That's Drew Nelson, the freshman from Troy, throwing in the bullpen.
You know he'd like to get in this game. 2-1 pitch on the way from Carlson. There's a strike on the inside corner. Breaking ball again at 81, right under the hands of Myers. And if you throw it there, you better get it there. You don't want to eat up too much of the plate to this guy. 2-2 on the way. Fastball low. Actually pulled the string a little bit, but it came in low. And the count is now full.
He has been to 2 strikes on 4 of the 5 hitters that he's faced.
Carlson gets his sign from LaRue. Payoff pitch on the way, just missed outside. LaRue held it there, but the man in blue said it was outside. With great speed, Cole Myers is down at first base. 6-5 Auburn leads. Don't be surprised if you see Myers taking off or if you see them start a runner with a hit and run. Left-hand hitter Donovan Wibbs is up. Wibbs is grounded to second, walked and scored. Stretch by Carlson. He throws over to first. And back easily is Cole Myers, who's going to dig a little trench out at the first base bag.
Yeah, Myers has stolen 13 bases this year. He's only been caught once. LaRue has thrown out 6 of 27 attempted base stealers.
Short lead, Myers not going, and the pitch is lined left center field, base hit. Myers makes the turn. He's going to try for third. Throw to third, and he is going to be out of there. Eric Gaucher with the call. He didn't even slide. I'm not sure it would have made any difference. The throw beat him by a couple of feet. Looked like if he had slid to the inside, he had a chance. I think Myers didn't think they'd challenge him there.
No, he didn't. That's a leadoff hitter with outstanding speed. We talked about his prowess on the base paths, but you know who that is in left field? That's Bobby Bazooka in left field. Bobby Pierce does it again, and well, they're going to review this play. His momentum is carrying him towards center field as he makes the throw. He's not even throwing toward the base when he makes the play, but a ton of muscle behind the throw, and we have seen time after time Bobby Pierce make sensational throws from the outfield.
That is, assuming it stands, assist number 5 from the outfield for Bobby Pierce. Let's see what happens here as the umpires go in for a review and action comes to a halt here at Plainsman Park in a 6-5 game here in the top of the 4th inning. This should not take very long. Either he got around the tag or he didn't, because the runner Myers didn't slide.
Yeah.
He just kind of jumped around and
he tried to skirt the tag that way.
Bryson Ware had the ball about 2 feet in front of the bag going towards second base. So it's just a matter of whether or not he was able to skirt the tag or whether Bryson got him.
Have you seen a replay yet?
I have not seen a replay as yet. There's a nice shot of the guys in the booth. Britt Bowen and
Mark Fuller.
Mark
well, because
Fuller
they're talking to Brady, who's Mark's son, who's a pitcher at Troy.
Yeah.
But no replays yet.
It might have surprised him that the throw went to third. It looked like he'd get to third easily. And
yeah.
Pierce with a gun in left field from left center field.
I'm kind of like you, Paul. I think that Myers didn't think they would challenge him on the play.
Well, they did, and the ball got there in time. It's just a matter if he jumped around the tag or not.
Still no replay.
No replay, and the umpires may be enjoying a nice, refreshing cold drink while they're in the clubhouse, waiting to get this decision.
We have the umpire mic'd up. We don't know if, being a non-conference game, if they'll use that.
All right, here's your call, and he is out, I think. Was that an out call?
I think it was.
He kind of shook his fist at the third base coach, and now they're going over to talk to the Troy bench and shrugging their shoulders. That's never a good sign.
I wonder if that means they didn't have an angle.
Well, we never saw a replay.
No.
And I just wonder if they fooled the cameraman by throwing to third and they didn't have a shot.
It does sort of, now again, this is all speculation, but the body language of the first base umpire, David Savage, and Skip Poe sure did read like we couldn't see.
Sorry, we couldn't see anything, yeah.
Well, now there's
so
an
now
angle.
we have a replay. The throw beat him by 5 feet. He tried to stop, and I don't think there was enough to turn it over based on that replay, but nonetheless, it's out number 2. Runner at first now with 2 down. Here's William Sullivan. Sullivan has singled and been hit by a pitch. Sullivan has made a season out of getting hit by a pitch. He's been hit 19 times this year. So Carlson ready to go to work again. Wibbs at first, 2 for 3 stealing this year. This bunch likes to run. Another throw to first, and he's back again.
They do. It's primarily 2 guys, though. It's primarily Cobb and Myers. Those 2 guys together have 25 of their stolen bases this year. They pick their spots pretty judiciously elsewhere.
Stretch, Carlson delivers, and there's a pitch drilled but foul over Donahue Drive and back into the Coliseum lot. He got all of that one.
Yeah, if you're parked on one of those rows closest to Donahue,
look out.
Might
want to move your car.
Right.
Nothing in 1, the count to Sullivan. Short lead at first for Wibbs. Pitch just missed the outside corner, and the count evens up at 1-1. Strikeout by Stearns to open the inning. Then a base on balls, a line shot single to left center field, but the runner cut down trying to go from first to third by Bobby Pierce. 2 outs now, man at first. 1-1 pitch swing and a foul back to the screen, and the count is now 1-2 on William Sullivan.
That was good. After a hard fastball away from the left-handed hitting Sullivan, he came back in and took something off, maybe a curveball right on the inside corner.
If you challenge this guy, do not leave it out over the plate. He stands right on top of the plate. 1-2 on the way, swinging at a miss. He struck him out. Sullivan goes down swinging, and that retires the side. No runs on a hit. No Auburn errors. Another outfield assist for Bobby Bazooka Pierce at third base. Middle of the 4th. It is Auburn 6, Troy 5. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Check out the Talking Tigers podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. The Talking Tigers podcast is a series of one-on-one interviews hosted by the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. Each week, Andy is joined by a featured guest with Auburn ties from athletics, entertainment, and other walks of life. Past legends and present trailblazers, insightful and entertaining. It's the Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham. Like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts today.
When you see the SEC student athlete, it's easy to picture the swing, the stance, the form. But look closer, and you'll see the heart, the brain, the clutch lab partner, the avid two-stepper, the pride of a hometown, and a little brother's hero. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Auburn trying to add to a 6-5 lead here over Troy. During the inning break, home plate umpire Skip Poe and first base umpire David Savage again got together. Sure, they were discussing the replay situation. The body language indicated they just didn't have a look at that play at third. They came out, kind of shrugged their shoulders and made a half-hearted out call, and the call stood. So, top of the order for Auburn here in the top of the fourth inning. Cole Foster has doubled and scored and reached on an error, so he's been on base a couple of times. Noah Manning is out. He has worked 2 1/3 innings. His longest stint of the season is 2 2/3, and there is activity in the Troy bullpen. Side armor delivers, and it's fouled back to the screen for strike 1.
Yeah, there's a right-hander who's just starting to loosen, but he's got his warm-up on. He doesn't even have his jersey on over his warm-up yet.
Just kind of soft tossing out there. 0-1 pitch to Foster is low, and the count evens up at 1-1. Cole Foster hitting .329 for the Tigers this year. Hero of the afternoon Sunday with that double into right field for a walk-off win over Mississippi State. 1-1 is lined left center field, but it won't get down. Left fielder charging and makes the play for out number 1. Well hit by Foster, but he kind of hit it right at Shane Lewis, who was shaded into left center field, and Lewis was able to make the play without too much difficulty.
Yeah, center fielder and right fielder were shaded toward left. They were playing Cole to hit the other way, but Lewis was playing him to pull, shaded toward left center, plus the ball was slicing back toward him.
Here's Bobby Pierce. First pitch misses low and away for ball 1. Pierce 2 for 2 as RBI single in the first, a single, and retired on a fielder's choice in the second. Stretch by Manning. 1-0 pitch on the way is chopped on the left side. Cobb with the ball, long throw, never had a chance to get Bobby Pierce. An infield hit. And Cobb, whose defense is suspect, to put it mildly, made a really nice play and a strong throw. But that ball in the hole, and Pierce runs well, and Bobby Pierce is 3 for 3 along with that outfield assist, which we probably should have called the defensive play of the game, and we may yet.
We can do it now if you'd like.
Well, let's give it another inning or
okay.
so, see what happens.
Works for me.
Here's Ike Irish with a man at first and 1 out. Ike is 1 for 2. A single scored in the first. Safe on a fielder's choice in the second. Pitch to him is low for ball 1. Auburn with 6 in the first. Troy with 1 in the first, 4 in the second. Since then, it's been goose eggs as we play here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Manning, the right-hander, to the Auburn lefty, and that ball is a shot to the second baseman. He throws to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. No real chance at a double play on a ball deep in the hole. Another good play by Wibbs, and Wibbs has shown a nice glove and arm at second base.
Well,
cut down the lead runner there for out number 2.
And sometimes the analytics are right, and that's why they're analytics. That's twice Ike has come up with Pierce at first base, and he has hit it into that shift. The second baseman playing way over closer to the line, and he has started he's gotten the force at second out of it.
Here's Bryson Ware. Stretched by the righty, and Manning delivers outside for ball 1. Ware has walked and scored in the first, then struck out swinging in the second.
You know, Troy is always, the last season and a half, this coaching staff believes in defensive positioning. They tried something different against Sonny DeShera last year.
1-0 pitch is a fast strike on the outside corner at the knees.
The game at Troy, they put 4 outfielders in play against Sonny. So they had 3 infielders, and they brought either the shortstop or the second baseman and put him out into the outfield.
1-1 is way outside, and the count goes 2 balls and a strike. On Bryson Ware, .351 hitter. Bryson leads Auburn in home runs with 16. Pitch to him is chopped foul at the plate, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Bryson got a piece of his foot, maybe the heel, even on that swing.
First inning tonight lasted, actually the first inning and a half, went up almost 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We've settled down and had a more traditional baseball game since then. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ike Irish at first. Stretch by Manning. Pitch on the way outside, ball 3, so Irish will get a running start this time. And did they call a balk? Apparently they did, so we'll go back to a 2-2 pitch here. Unless they called a balk after the pitch, which I didn't see. The pitcher wasn't on the mound.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the call was there, but Irish got a big smile on his face as he now leads away from second.
I think it must be a balk after the pitch. So we're going to call this a payoff pitch to Ware, and he chops it towards short. High hop for Cobb. Quick throw is high, but he gets it, and the first baseman gets glove down in time for out number 3. For Auburn in the inning, no runs on a hit. There were no errors, 1 man left on base. We played 4. It's Auburn 6, Troy 5. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud to support the Auburn Tigers.
Parker Carlson is out for his 3rd inning of work. Auburn leading 6-5, 4, 5, and 6 in the order for Troy coming up. Quick reminder, Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. With their spacious cancer center, patients can make cancer a distant memory instead of a distant drive. That's why East Alabama Health is Auburn's home field advantage. So Auburn with 6 in the first, Troy 1 in the first, 4 in the second. And since then, things have settled down a bit, mainly because Noah Manning for Troy and Parker Carlson for Auburn have come in and settled things down on the mound. Shane Lewis will be the hitter. Lewis, 19 homers, 63 RBIs, has homered and struck out in the game. Batting from the left side against the Auburn right-hander. Auburn plays him to pull, but not a full-fledged shift. Straight away in the outfield. Pitch to him, check swing is called a ball.
Maybe a little high.
Maybe.
Can I switch sports on you?
Surely.
Walker Kessler finishes 3rd in the NBA Rookie of the Year voting.
There's a strike on the outside corner, counts 1-1.
What a year he had for the Jazz.
Terrific year. And I think, you know, he wasn't getting a lot of notoriety the first 2.5 months of the season, or he might have finished higher.
Yeah.
1-1 is up high with a breaking ball, and the count goes 2-1.
He got plenty of attention for sure. Paolo Banchero won the Rookie of the Year voting. He got 98 first-place votes. Walker got the other 2 first-place votes.
2-1 pitch on the way to Lewis is a strike right at the letters. That was a curveball inside half at the letters. Don't throw that again. If you do, make sure it gets the inside corner.
Yeah.
Wind by Carlson, 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second time, Shane Lewis has gone down swinging. That's the 3rd strikeout for Parker Carlson.
Yeah, Lewis will swing. That's 45 strikeouts this year. So you take the bad with the good if you're Troy. He's going to hit home runs, drive guys in, but he's going to swing and miss a lot too.
Caleb Artolero, 3rd baseman, steps in, 1 for 2. He's grounded to 3rd and singled. Wind by Carlson. Check swing, missed outside. The count goes 1 ball, no strikes. They play him straight away, even shaded a step in the outfield toward right field. Pitch on the way is bounced toward the shortstop. Carlson gloves, long, strong throw, and he got him easily. 6-3 on the out. 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning.
That ball had some side spin.
Yeah, it did.
Bartolero hit it off the end of the bat, and it had side spin, almost like a slice, back to Foster. And Cole had to realize he didn't have to go as far to his right.
I think he was planning to backhand it and had to straighten up on it.
Correct. He slowed down, didn't go as far to his right, and just looked it in to make the throw afterwards.
2 down now for Kyle Mock. Mock has walked and lined out to right, a hard hit ball to right field. And Justin Kirby chased down. He fouls off the first pitch, 0-1.
Good pitch in on the hands.
This 5th inning is presented by Southern Union. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently and at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the plains. Pitch called a strike at the knees on the inside corner, and it is 0-2 on Kyle Mock.
2 off-speed pitches, couple of breaking balls for strikes.
Carlson gets a sign from LaRue. Pitch to Mock is high and away, and the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. 38 pitches now for Parker Carlson. This will be 39 as he came on in 3rd inning. Wind and the 1-2 on the way. Popped foul out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on designated hitter Kyle Mock.
You know, if you get through the 5th, then you got 4 innings to go. Could you get Nelson, Keyshock, Olson, and then Isbell to go an inning
one
each?
at a time?
Yeah.
1-2 pitch on the way. Just missed inside. The entire infield was jogging toward the dugout, but they didn't get the call.
That was a well-placed fastball.
He put the ball exactly where he wanted to, and he didn't get the call on the black. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Mock. Carlson gets his sign. Goes to the wind. Pitch is bounced towards second. Green has it up quickly. Throw to first is a good one. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Troy here in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left. We're in the middle of the 5th. It's Auburn 6, Troy 5. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
And the pitch. A swing so powerful it takes our breath away.
Whoa, what a grab.
A double play that has us high-fiving strangers, swaying together with every take me out to the ball game, and the rally that brings us to our feet as one. At Alabama Power, we believe that sharing 9 innings of baseball makes us a better community. It's a powerful spirit that energizes the communities we serve. It's power for a better Alabama. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Download the Chick-fil-A app to earn and redeem points. Eat more chicken and War Eagle.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, checking the Yellowwood scoreboard. Over in Athens, the mighty Georgia State Panthers lead Georgia 9-6 as they play in the bottom of the 7th inning there.
Because why not after Georgia
Georgia
swept Arkansas?
Hammers Arkansas over the weekend.
Why not?
Tennessee, this is a team that is red hot. 12-0 over Bellarmine as they play in the bottom of the 6th inning in Knoxville. Florida leads North Florida 3-2. They are in the top of the 7th inning there. Kentucky trailing Louisville in a battle of ranked teams 1-0. They are playing in the top of the 7th inning in Lexington as well. Alabama 6-3 over Samford as they play in the bottom of the 6th. Here we go. In the bottom of the 5th inning, first pitch to Cooper McMurray. Misses low for ball 1.
Cooper, of course, winning the National Player of the Week award, SEC Player of the Week. The series he had against Mississippi State had a little drama and sequence to his at-bats.
1-0 is high and away for ball 2. Elsewhere around the Yellowwood scoreboard in the conference, Mississippi State trying to bounce back. Got a run in the top of the first. They lead Ole Miss as they play in Pearl, Mississippi tonight, 1-0 in the 6th inning. There's a strike on the inside corner at the knees. The count goes 2-1 on McMurray. Texas A&M is trailing Sam Houston 4-1 as they play in the bottom of the 4th. LSU behind Nichols in the bottom of the 4th, 1-0, playing in Baton Rouge. And there's a pitch low for ball 3, 3-1. And boy, the scoreboard on Tuesday night's busy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Missouri State leading Arkansas, the 7th-ranked Hogs, about to lose their 4th straight if they're not careful. They're trailing in the bottom of the 3rd, 4-2 in Springfield, Missouri. Cooper with a green light on 3-1 and fouls it back, so we go to 3-2 on Cooper Wallace.
At least you can look them up on your computer.
Yeah, it's a trusty old computer, but it does work. I had the computer doc working on it yesterday.
That's good. I need a number.
He said it was real good for his age. There's a pitch lined right center field. It's another base hit for the National Player of the Week as he just hit his 2-iron right over the second baseman with topspin and sharply into right center field. Cooper McMurray on at first with nobody out to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, he's had to run on the base pads tonight instead of jog around.
He's going to be exhausted. He's used to being able to just kind of trot around. Cooper 2 for 2 now. On base 3 straight times with 2 RBIs and a run scored. He's at first for Kason Howell. Kason had an RBI double in the first, fielder's choice in the second. 1 for 2. He is bunting, and he bunts a good one back toward the mound. Pitcher is up throwing, and Manning gets him at first base just in time on the sacrifice. 1-3. So out number 1, and McMurray moves to second on the sack.
What a great example, Kason Howell. I talked to Cooper after the game Sunday, and he said, really, the guys on this team, we're trying to win for Kason Howell.
Yeah, I heard that.
He's the best leader that he's played with, and there's leadership by example. Howell drove in a run with a double back in the first inning. Here with a man on and nobody out, he knows the smart baseball play. Up a run, sacrifice yourself to move the runner over.
Justin Kirby fouls the first pitch down the third base line. 0-1 on the big right fielder. Kirby had a sac fly RBI in the first, his 28th RBI. He also flied to center in the third. We're in the 5th, Auburn leading 6-5. 0-1 pitch, misses low, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike.
Hey, credit to Manning here. 50-plus pitches.
This is their closer. He has not gone beyond 2 2/3 this year until tonight. He is at 3 2/3 now. Pitch to Kirby, misses outside with a breaking ball from the sidearm right-hander. And Manning slowing down just a little bit. He's not a velocity guy anyway.
He came on, though. He was exactly what they needed. Auburn had batted around, and he came on and got the third out of the first inning.
Stretch in the 2-1, way outside again, 3-1. He's falling behind Kirby with Caden Green on deck. More earnest throwing in the Troy bullpen now. They're going to move to straightaway in the outfield for Justin Kirby. 3-1 is bounced to short. Cobb up with it, throwing, and he pulled his man off the bag, but they say he got back.
Ooh.
And David Savage calls Kirby out at first base. I don't know if it's worth appealing. We saw the first time through. It was a very, very, let's say there's marginal effort for a marginal video for review. We'll take a look at the play.
And on the play, Sullivan stretched over at first base and was slow getting up. That's nearly a full split over at first base. And the athletic trainer for Troy is coming out and taking a look. Sullivan down in a crouch at first base.
Sullivan made a nice play. You could not tell from the replay if he got his foot back on the bag. The only person who will ever know will be Sullivan and umpire David Savage because of the angle. But you'll give Sullivan credit for a great play that time. Runner held at second. McMurray, so now 2 outs, and here's Caden Green. Caden's 0 for 1, has bounced to short and had a sac fly. First pitch is a curve, high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch count over 60 now for Noah Manning. He has really done yeoman's work for the Trojans tonight. 1-0, taken for a strike. Off-speed pitch, and the count goes even at 1-1.
Yeah, 4 innings of work out of the bullpen for Manning, and he's kept Auburn off the scoreboard to this point.
McMurray led off with a single, was sacrificed to second, but an infield out makes it 2 down. There's a swing and a miss by Green. He fooled him with a breaking pitch. The big sidearm slurve, I guess. It just kept running away from the right-hand hitter Green. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Auburn with a 1-run lead. Would like to add to that here. They need a 2-out hit to do it, and there's a swing and a miss. 4 strike 3. Green goes down. Saw 2 straight curveballs and missed them both. For Auburn in the inning, no runs on a hit. There were no Troy errors. 1 man left on base. We've played 5. It's Auburn 6, Troy 5. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
The Auburn Tigers Today podcast keeps you plugged into the Tigers like nowhere else, with Andy Burcham's weekly coaches interviews, post-game audio, and Jacob Hellman's comprehensive This Week in Auburn Athletics feature. It's the only podcast that keeps you current on everything happening around Auburn athletics, from Jordan-Hare to Neville Arena and beyond. Just like and subscribe to Auburn Tigers Today podcast.
It's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. COVID and flu vaccines are an important tool to help stop the pandemic. The Alabama Department of Public Health is offering the COVID and flu vaccines to anyone 6 months and older. COVID and flu are still on the rise. Don't let COVID and flu stop you from supporting your favorite team. Continue to help protect yourself, your friends, and our campus by getting the COVID and flu vaccines. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
We head to the 6th inning here. It'll be 7, 8, 9 in the Troy order to face Parker Carlson. Carlson has gone 3 innings out of the pen, allowed almost nothing. Just 1 hit and 1 walk. He has struck out 3, no runs. 41 pitches through 3 innings for Parker Carlson. He has been what Auburn needed out of the pen, and he's here to work in his 4th inning. And while we get started, we'll remind you Conecuh Sausage is proud to sponsor Auburn baseball. Conecuh Smoked Sausage, a fan favorite for tailgating, and now you can enjoy their grilled sausage dogs and premium hot dogs inside Plainsman Park. Conecuh, still family owned and made in Evergreen, Alabama since 1947. Make Conecuh Sausage part of your game day. Ethan Cavanaugh is set to step up and lead things off here in the 6th inning. Cavanaugh's 0 for 2, struck out and bounced to 3rd. Activity in the Auburn bullpen as Carlson goes to work and misses just outside at the knees for ball 1. The right-hander gets a sign. Wind and the pitch on the way. There's a strike, a good fastball up and in. And the count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitcher's a strike on the inside corner. He pulled the string a little bit, and the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Parker in his longest outing of the year. Previously, he'd thrown 40 pitches against Georgia back in late March. There's a pitch up and in. The count evens at 2-2. He is now at 45 pitches. And this is one of his better outings. He has been very, very effective. The wind and the 2-2 pitch on the way, just missed outside. And the count goes full on the right-hand hitting Ethan Cavanaugh. Carlson gets a sign from LaRue. Payoff on the way, and it bounces up there for ball 4. overthrew the curveball a little bit, so he had him in a hole and then lost him on the base on balls. Just a second base on balls for Carlson tonight. In fact, that may be the first base on balls for Carlson tonight. But leadoff man is on for Troy in a 6-5 game, and here's Tremaine Cobb Jr., the shortstop. He's 0 for 2. He's bounced to the pitcher and bounced to short. Bouncer to short here would be in order. Carlson stretches, curveball stays high, and he's having trouble locating the breaking ball here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, curve doesn't have the break on it that we've seen his first few innings of work. That was his second walk. It's also the first time tonight Troy's had the leadoff man on base.
Yeah. Stretch by Carlson. Pitch on the way. Missed low. That one's closer, but the count now 2-0.
And now Cobb can likely look for a fastball here behind an account 2-0.
A lefty throwing in the Auburn bullpen. We'll find out who in just a moment.
It was Drew Nelson earlier.
2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. He had Cobb trying to attack the fastball, and he swung right through it.
It
Two
is
balls
Nelson.
and a strike. So Nelson's still throwing out there. Stretch by Carlson. Cavanaugh leads at first. Pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, and the count evens up at 2-2.
Boy, Cobb just has not been able to hold back on those fastballs up.
Cavanaugh 4 for 7 attempting to steal. Cobb with excellent speed at the plate. Auburn double play depth in the middle of the infield, even with a bag at third. 2-2 is chopped to third and off the glove of Bryson Ware. Now he'll have to throw to first, and they got him. They got him, and then we're going to have an appeal here. Cobb with excellent speed got down the line, and they are already out for the appeal, so we're going to wait and see.
That was another one of those curveballs that had some wicked side spin on it.
Yeah, it looked like a potential double play ball, and the ball just kind of jumped to the side off the heel of the glove, it looked like, on Bryson Ware.
It looked like the way a football bounces more so than the way a baseball bounces, and it handcuffed Bryson a little bit. I didn't think he was going to, I mean, boy, it shows you the power, the strength of the arm of Bryson Ware.
He got it quick, and it's a bang, bang play at first, but there was no doubt they were out in a hurry calling for the appeal.
I think you beat it.
Yeah.
The low first base camera angle.
And Cobb really runs well.
Yeah.
Because Bryson Ware, after he knocked it down, realized he had no chance at a double play, came up gunning, and Cooper McMurray made another good play digging it out. But things come to a halt here while we await the replay. We had a couple of good looks at this one. The first one pretty inconclusive. The second one,
here's another look.
The tie may be going to the runner. And boy, oh boy, you just can't tell. He was called out.
Now, the only thing I think that works in Auburn's favor here is the fact he's called out, and the fact that on that replay, here it comes, so it's not going to matter.
Quickly, yeah. And he's out at first base.
Wow.
And it was as bang bang as you can get at first base. Runner moves to second, and if I'm Troy, I'm not happy about it. But if I'm Auburn, I wouldn't be happy about it either. The call was out. The play at first, incredibly close.
I think what worked in Auburn's favor there is that on the angle that Best showed when Cobb hit the bag, he runs in front of the ball, like his body blocks the view of the ball going into the glove.
You couldn't tell when McMurray had it.
Correct.
Runner at second, now 1 out, and there's a strike to Clay Stearns. Stearns is single scored and struck out, 1 for 2.
And don't lose sight of the fact, though, that the tying run moves into scoring position here.
Stearns is a solid hitter, 327 for the year so far, and he's got great power. 0-1 in the dirt, and a good block by LaRue holds the runner at second. Cavanaugh better than average speed at second base. He walked to open the inning. Advanced to second on the infield grounder. 1 out now and a 1-1 count to catcher Clay Stearns. Stretching the pitch on the way. Checked his swing, did he? They asked it first, and he says he held up. Well, maybe things evened up on judgment calls here a little bit there, although that was just a strike. We'll see what the replay shows. Yeah, he kind of came over the plate, but he didn't break the wrist. That was one of those marginal calls. I don't know if the barrel got all the way over the plate or not.
I agree.
2-1 the count to Stearns. Pitch is up high, ball 3.
This is the first inning that we've really seen Parker lose command of the breaking ball. He has been on top of it until this 6th inning.
And he has struggled with the breaking ball here, and that's not a good sign for Carlson. Stretching the 3-1 pitch on the way. There's a strike. Stearns with a step toward first, but that was kind of right down the middle.
He abandoned the breaking ball, went to the fastball, got it over the plate and at the knees.
Well, you can't really throw a get-me-over fastball here to this guy who's got great power, hits well for average. Stretching the payoff pitch on the way, and he popped it up foul and out of play.
Spoiled a good curveball.
And that's a gutsy curveball 3-2.
Yeah.
Especially with the struggles he's had in this inning.
Yep. And the top of the order due up next, and Myers, who's already homered tonight.
Parker Carlson at approaching 60 pitches. This will be 59. Payoff again. Popped foul out of play again down the right side.
Something State did really well early on in the ball game Sunday is they battled with 2 strikes. They probably fouled off a dozen balls in the first 3 or 4 innings with 2 strikes. And when you do that, you force the pitcher to continually, especially 3-2, throw strike after strike after strike.
Yeah, and you're seeing everything in his arsenal when you do that. Payoff pitch again, high for ball 4. So 2 walks have put runners at first and second. With 1 out here, we go back to the top of the order. And Cole Myers. Cole Myers has flied to right, had a 2-run homer and walked 1 for 2. And Coach Darren Shanerock is out of the dugout, and he is going to make the Conecuh Sausage call to the bullpen.
Conecuh Sausage is a product we all know and love, and it's the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, patented blend of seasonings, all natural casings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh Sausage dog or premium hot dog while watching the Tigers, and make Conecuh part of your game day or any day. Conecuh Sausage is celebrating their 75th year. The Sessions family making their premium smoked sausage in Evergreen, Alabama. Be sure to visit the new Conecuh gift shop right off I-65 at exit 96.
The third pitcher of the game for Auburn is Drew Nelson, a freshman from Troy, 5'11", 198 pounds, left-hander out of Pike Liberal Arts School. He is 2-3 this year in 12 appearances, 8 of those in relief. A 6.39 earned run average, 25 1/3 innings pitched for Nelson. 18 hits, 19 runs, 18 of them earned. He's walked 18. He has struck out 25. Teams are hitting right at 200 against Nelson. The batting average against him is a quality one. Anything 200 or below you'll take. But he has walked 18 batters and given up 18 hits in the 25 innings. So walks, something that the young guy is trying to work through. It's an adjustment. Strike zone's a little different. It's a little more refined. And the hitter's a little better at laying off balls outside the strike zone. So Nelson, his last time up, pitched an inning in the middle game of the Mississippi State series, gave up 2 hits, or rather 2 runs on 1 hit and 2 walks. He struck out 1, gave up a homer. He threw 19 pitches Saturday against Mississippi State. He went an inning and 2/3 scoreless, 1 hit, 1 strikeout a week ago in Auburn's win against Samford. And here in these midweek games, he has been at his best. The last time he pitched in a midweek before Samford last week was that 7-inning gem, that 7-inning complete game effort where he gave up a run on 3 hits with a season high and thus a career high 7 strikeouts against North Alabama a month ago, back on March 28th. So in these midweek outings, Nelson has been good, and he'll be asked to be good again here with 2 on and 1 out in the top of the 6th inning, and Auburn on top 6-5.
Parker Carlson did a great job for Auburn. He stopped the bleeding, stabilized the game, but he is responsible for the runners at first and second as Drew Nelson comes on.
3 1/3 innings for Carlson. He walked 3. He gave up just 1 hit. And he struck out 3.
Myers can fly, as we mentioned earlier. Batting from the left side against the Auburn lefty, he has not hit into a double play this year. Right now, well, we'll get you an idea after the first pitch here as Myers steps in. 1 out, runners first and second. Auburn leading 6-5. Drew Nelson on, the left-hander from Troy to work against Troy. Stretch, runner bluffs. There's a pitch, strike on the outside corner. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Oh, 1 pitch from Nelson from the stretch. Pitch on the way in the dirt and blocked by LaRue. Nice play. Count evens at 1-1.
Back-to-back breaking balls from Drew. Good start.
Myers, you work him. The book is fastball in, spin away. He has struck out 38 times this year. But when he puts the ball in play, he's very, very good. 309 average. 1-1, swing and a miss through the fastball by him. And the count goes 1-2.
Had a home run cut. And now because he landed the first curveball for a strike and then got that fastball, Drew can work a little bit here. He can work the sides
the
of the
full
plate.
arsenal here.
Yep.
Stretch by Nelson. Myers digs in from the left side. The Auburn lefty delivers in the dirt again. Throw to second, and it's close, but he got back. Boy, I'll tell you, Cavanaugh was straying off the bag on that dirt ball. LaRue came up with it cleanly and gunned it to second base. And if the throw's 6 inches, 8 inches lower, they got him.
Yeah, Foster had to reach toward third to get the ball.
1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Myers. They play Myers to pull, so Foster in behind the runner, Cavanaugh at second base. Stretch, 2-2 in the dirt again. That bounced in front of the plate. And boy, LaRue getting a workout.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden, Nelson was ahead of ball in 2 strikes. You don't want to walk to load the bases for Wibbs.
These guys love to run 3-2.
Yeah.
But you question whether they would run 3-2 with a left-hand hitter up.
Right. Especially Stearns does not have a stolen base this year.
Stretch. And the payoff pitch on the way. Runner's not going. Ball is drilled. Left center field. Left fielder is over and caught out there by Bobby Pierce. Pierce ran that one down in the gap. It was well hit by Myers, but didn't have enough carry. And Pierce was able to run it down for out number 2.
Not enough carry, and off the bat of the left-handed hitter, it sliced back so slightly toward the left fielder, Pierce.
When the ball left the bat, it looked like trouble in the gap. But Auburn with tremendous outfield speed tonight, especially in left and center.
By the way, the defensive play of the game, do you want to give it to Pierce for throwing the guy out at third, or Ware for the play on the grounder?
I think at this point it goes to Pierce, and we can go ahead and give it whenever you're ready. All right, 2 outs now. Runners lead first and second. Here's Wibbs. And Wibbs takes a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1.
Let's give it to him now.
Our defensive play of the game presented by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites. Bobby Pierce gunning down Myers at third base, trying to advance on a ball in left center field, and he gunned him down by 3 or 4 feet. There's a check swing, and the count goes even at 1-1. Another good block by LaRue. That came back in the 4th inning, and it was a big play in the 4th inning. It would have been first and third with 1 out. Pierce's 5th outfield assist of the year. Stretch. Pitch on the way, gets away and goes all the way back to the screen. And runners in scoring position at second and third on a pitch that was low and away. Probably ruled a wild pitch.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see. Nate looked like he picked his head up a little bit there, watching the runners before the ball got there.
It wasn't all the way in the dirt, but it was not anywhere near the target either. They're going to call it a pass ball.
Yeah.
So runners in scoring position at second and third. 2-1 count, 2 outs now for Donovan Wibbs. Lefty delivers high and tight, little low bridge action there. It's 3-1, and Wibbs is not a guy you want to walk because these next two guys bring some lumber to the plate. Wibbs a 277 hitter. Tonight, 1 for 2. He's walked and scored, singled, and bounced to second. But now he's got a 3-1 count with the possible tying run at third and go-ahead run at second here in the top of the 6th. There's a ball in the dirt again for ball 4. And again, that was not close. It bounced at about 57 feet.
Well, unfortunately, we are, you're witnessing the eggs being broken here. You got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet, and we know how much talent, we know what these pitchers are going to do down the road, but boy, the growing process is just difficult. You've seen now.
It is painful for Butch Thompson.
Yeah, a familiar story. Bases loaded without a hit in the inning.
Yep, 3 walks, a pass ball, bases loaded. It's a 6-5 Auburn lead, top of the 6th inning, and here's William Sullivan. Stretch, Sullivan right on top of the plate. Swinging and a miss at an off-speed curve, 0-1. Sullivan's been hit by a pitch 19 times this year, by the way. He singled and scored in the 2nd and struck out in the 4th. Stretch by Nelson. 0-1 on the way. Throw to third, not in time as the runner diving back in. Kavanaugh wandered off a little bit. LaRue just let him know he's watching.
Chase Isbell loosening for Auburn in the bullpen.
Yeah, it's getting to the late innings now in a 1-run game. Scratch by Nelson, and they've called a balk.
Yep.
Boy, and you could hear it from the Troy dugout.
Yeah,
they were screaming, balk, 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 and that's going to tie the game.
Yeah, the Troy dugout was calling it before any of the umpires called it.
So that will now put runners at second and third and get a run home. The ball has not, no hits in the inning, and now Darren Shanerock is going to come out and talk to Drew Nelson. Tough inning for the youngster. Walked the first man he saw, Kavanaugh. Then got a grounder to third. It might have been a double play ball, but could not be handled cleanly, and they got the call at first base in time for the out on a bang-bang play that was appealed, and the call was upheld. Then a walk to number 9 hitter Clay Stearns. A fly ball to center field. Made it 2 out. Then a walk to Wibbs. Loaded the bases with 2 outs, but the balk lets the run in. So 3 walks and a balk, and we're tied at 6. 1-1 the count on Sullivan.
Just a lousy way to see a game get tied up.
You really hate to see it after the way this game had gone the last really 4 innings. Scratch by Nelson. Pitch on the way is lined into right field, base hit. 1 run is in. They're going to wave the runner. Throw to the plate from Kirby, and he's going to be safe. Runner going to second, and he's going to be out there. But 2 runs score on the base hit by William Sullivan, and Troy has logged a 2-run lead on 1 hit in the inning. 9-2-6, I think, on the putout. But 2 runs score on the play, 3 in the inning. 3 runs on a hit. No Auburn errors. Nobody left on base. Middle of the 6th inning. It is Troy now leading the Tigers by a score of, 8-6?
Yep.
Lost score, 8-6. Troy 8, Auburn 6. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last time out? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
Regions can't help you with the F's in sports. Regions helps you embrace the fan life.
Member FDIC.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others from COVID and flu. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Auburn now trailing 8-6. Not surprising the score, but kind of surprising the way it got there. Auburn giving up a run because of 3 walks, a balk, and a single. And they wound up giving up 3 runs to allow Troy to take the lead. Tigers have come from behind 11 times this year. They've already done it once in this game. They trail 1-0 out of the gate.
Yeah, 33 of Auburn's last 66 wins have been come from behind wins. Auburn has come from 7 down twice this year to win games. They had another big comeback against Georgia Tech that fell short a couple of weeks ago in Atlanta. And there's a new pitcher.
Yes, there is.
For Troy.
It's going to be Matt Mercer coming in. So Noah Manning is the pitcher of record for Troy now as Matt Mercer comes in. And boy, Noah Manning did a Herculean job for Troy tonight. Their closer came on in the 1st inning.
Mercer, 6'3", 210, a junior right-hander from Pearl River Junior College.
Here's LaRue taking a strike on the outside corner.
Mercer, a 1-0 record, 11 appearances, 10 in relief, 7.79 the earned run average.
0-1 pitch in the dirt, and the count evens at 1-1. Mercer is one of the hardest throwers on their staff. Brings it in around 92 with the fastball. Breaking pitch, the slider at 80.
17 and a third innings for Mercer, 21 hits, 15 earned runs. He has walked 10 and struck out 17. He's given up 8 doubles, 4 homers.
There's a fast strike on the outside corner, and the count 1-2 on Nate LaRue. Nate has walked and bounced to third, 0 for 1 as he bats here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch to him, swing and a miss, he struck him out. Pulled the string with the change, and he had LaRue way out on top. 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Hey, considering buying or selling property in Auburn, maybe a game day home or a condo, get in touch with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Auburn's #1 real estate company. Visit comeHomeToAuburn.com to start your search. 1 down, we go back to the top of the order. Here's Cole Foster, doubled and scored in the 1st, reached on an error and flied to left, 1 for 3. First pitch to him, swing and a miss, threw the fastball by him at 90. This guy's a little bit of a different look from the sidearm, kind of stocky Manning. More over the top and 3/4, and a much harder thrower. Pitch on the way, foul back to the screen. Foster got another fastball, couldn't do anything with it. Cole hitting .327 as he bats here in the 6th inning. They play him to pull. Big shift on. There's a pitch fouled out of play as he tried to go to the left side.
Yeah, if you thought, I mean, you don't bunt with 2 strikes, but even a check swing, just a really
any kind of chopper to the left side might be a double.
Really defensive swing could get you 2 bases.
But he's down in the count, 0-2 after the foul ball. Pitch is fouled back again. Good easy swing by Foster. Kind of timed the off-speed pitch that time, but didn't get good wood on it, or good metal.
Yeah, good metal.
How much of a purist you are.
Yeah.
Mercer with a new baseball, set to go to work. 1 out in the 6th inning. Troy leading 8-6. Pitch on the way outside. Kind of overthrew the heater that time. And it counts 1-2. There is activity in the Auburn bullpen still. Nothing going on for Troy. Mercer to the wind, and the pitch is chopped foul to the Auburn dugout. And now Foster's had a pretty good look here.
Still Chase Isbell throwing for Auburn in the pen. He's the only guy throwing for the Tigers.
New baseball again for Mercer. 1-2 pitch, check swing low. And the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, he went to the off-speed pitch ahead in the count. And a good eye by Foster as the bottom fell out of that one. The stretch and the pitch. Missed inside with a fastball. Tried to paint the corner and couldn't.
It's a really good idea.
Good framing job by Stearns, but it was just too much inside. And Foster has gone from 0-2 to a payoff pitch here in the 6th. The wind and the pitch is chopped foul to the Troy dugout.
Good at bat.
Really good at bat.
Whatever the result is, Cole's given the Auburn hitters a little longer look at Mercer.
This is pitch number 10 of this at bat. Mercer stretches. Ball is lined foul down the right side. And we'll go to pitch number 11 on this at bat. Foster doing a good job of working Mercer and basically seeing everything he's got. He's worked the count full after falling behind 0-2.
While the infielders are playing in a shift, the outfielders have almost shifted the other way. The right fielder's right in right center. If he could get it over those infielders in the right field corner, he could run a long time.
Stretch by Mercer. And the pitch is called strike 3 on a ball that was almost in the dirt. But it's called a 3rd strike, and that's out number 2 for Auburn here in the 6th inning. So a good duel there, the payoff pitch. It wasn't in the dirt. It was at the knees, but boy, oh boy,
that's a good pitch.
Pretty good pitch. He painted the outside in the judgment of the umpire. Here's Bobby Pierce with 2 outs. First pitch is low for ball 1. Bobby tonight is 3 for 3, an RBI single in the 1st, single in the 2nd, single in the 4th. Auburn trailing by 2. 1-0 is a curve that missed outside. And the home plate umpire, Skip Poe, is working a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Pitcher's painting the black here. 2-0 the count to Pierce. Pitch is high, and the count's 3-0.
Left-hander coming up next.
Stretch by Mercer and a fastball for a strike, and makes it 3-1.
Bobby was taken all the way there.
Oh yeah. You're looking to get more into the bullpen here in the 6th inning and try to fight from behind. Pitch is chopped foul, and we have another payoff pitch due in the inning. Mercer taking a long time with a new baseball out there. Pitch is mostly from a stretch, even with nobody on base. Payoff pitch on the way is chopped towards short. Third baseman cuts in front, makes the throw, and throws it into the netting, but it hits the netting and comes back so far that Pierce cannot advance. The third baseman, Bartolero, fielded it in plenty of time to make the play. And we mentioned earlier, this Achilles heel of this Troy team has been their defense, particularly the left side of the infield, and Bartolero just gunned that one. If there had not been a screen there, would have gone in the stands.
He overthrew him by 15 feet.
Pierce made the turn for second, but hustled back to first. The ball hit so high on the screen, it came all the way back to near the foul line.
The 9th error of the season on Bartolero at third base.
So runner at first. Here's Ike Irish. Stretch by Mercer. Pitch on the way is bounced towards second in the hole, and it goes through. A collision at second and short, And let's see if everybody's all right out there. They had the shift on. He hit it right between the shift. The shortstop comes up limping. Actually, he's barely up as Cobb. And the second baseman is also up and limping. That is Wibbs. They collided out there. Runner went to third, so first and third on the base hit by Irish. And the trainer is rushing out. Let's see. I guess he's going to work more on Cobb. And Cobb says, I'm fine.
Well, he couldn't have rolled the ball in a more perfect spot in between the second baseman and the shortstop. And it looked like maybe the knee or the foot of Wibbs clipped Cobb.
Oh. It was a tough collision, but they're both staying in the game. And now here's Bryson Ware with 2 outs, runners at first and third.
How many times has he been clutch in a situation like this?
8-6 the score. Timeout called by home plate umpire Skip Poe. I'm not sure why. Maybe Ware had something in his eye. They play the shift all the way to the left side on Bryson Ware. Stretching the pitch, and he's fouled it hard down the left side and off the brick facade down there. Bryson was all over that first pitch swing, but just a little too anxious.
What you call a pendulum at bat right here. Momentum could swing one way or the other.
Either way. Here's Mercer with a new baseball. 0-1 pitch. High, ball 1. Count evens, 1-1. Irish staying close to first. He would represent a tying run, but he's not going to stray too much over there. He does run well when he gets to top speed. And now he's extended the lead a little bit. 1-1 pitch is high again. 2-1. Well, the National Player of the Week is on deck if Bryson Ware can reach here.
A left-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher.
Mercer got an early strike. Now it's 2-1. Pitch, check swing, pitch missed outside. They appealed to first, and they did not go around. So it's 3-1. Well, I'll tell you, these umpires have earned their money tonight. There have been a lot of close calls, a lot of them around the plate, and some at first and third as well. 3-1 the count now to Bryson Ware. Stretch, pitch on the way, is called a strike. Fastball that came in somewhere in the vicinity of the letters. It caught the plate. Bryson did not think it caught the letters. But we have a payoff pitch due, and Irish will get a head start at first. Stretch by Mercer. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Good pitch.
Got him with a changeup and had Bryson way out in front for out number 3 in the inning. No runs on a hit, an error, and 2 men left on base. We've played 6. It's Troy 8, Auburn 6. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Download the Auburn Game Day app. Find tickets, skip concession lines, be a part of game day giveaways. Shop the latest Auburn gear. Stay current with a comprehensive social media stream. Participate in game day light shows. Plus, listen to every Auburn Sports Network broadcast, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously. On the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics, the Auburn Game Day app. Get it today.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
As we go to the 7th inning, Auburn's going to make a call to the bullpen. The new pitcher will be senior Chase Isbell, transfer from Sanford out of Springfield, Alabama, making his 17th appearance. 16 of them in relief, 18 in the 3rd innings. He's given up 17 earned runs. He has walked only 9, struck out 26. Great power pitcher when he can harness that power. Opponents hitting .284 against him. Chase Isbell 2 saves, a 2-1 record overall, 8.35 earned run average. So Chase Isbell on for Auburn. Drew Nelson pitched 2/3 of an inning, and Nelson gave up a hit and is charged with 1 earned run. He also delivered a balk as he threw 14 pitches, 6 of them for strikes. So Nelson leaves after just 2/3 of an inning, and control was his issue, finding the strike zone tonight, and that allowed Troy to claim the lead. They lead at 8-6 as we go to the 7th, and here to take you the rest of the way is Brad Law.
All right, Paul, it'll be the middle third of the order due up for Troy. Lewis, Bartolero, and Mock. Lewis has struck out twice, sandwiched around a 2-run homer back in the 2nd inning. Left-handed hitter from Vicksburg, Mississippi steps in. Isbell's first pitch. Downstairs, a ball and no strikes. A run in the first, 4 in the 2nd, and then 3 in the 6th for Troy. Auburn got all 6 of its runs in the 1st inning. Wind in the 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. Troy got the leadoff runner on base last inning for the first time in the game. The first of 3 walks in the inning. And all 3 runs that scored reached via the walk an inning ago. Right-hander Isbell rocks and delivers. There's a swing and a miss. At a fastball just below the knees. 2-1 the count to Lewis. Troy has hit 2 homers tonight, a pair of 2-run blasts in the 2nd inning for the Trojans. 2-1 to Lewis. Downstairs, 3-1. Hitters count to start the 7th inning. Right-hander for Auburn beginning to lightly toss. That's Trevor Horn. And Lewis steps out of the box, may have gotten something in his eye. Yep. Those metallic red helmets are a pretty sharp look. About as sharp as the color red can look, anyway. Here's the 3-1 delivery. High fly ball over Donahue. He was way out in front, pulled it foul. And that parking lot's getting some action tonight. It's had a couple of foul balls over there in the old Beard Eaves Memorial Coliseum lot. 3-2 to Lewis. Isbell rocks back, lifts, plants, deals. Fouled off to the left side. Headed toward the offices. And it's still 3-2. Really would need a 0 on the board. Tigers trailing 8-6. We're in the 7th. Another payoff pitch due the Troy home run leader. And he misses down and in. Ball 4. Leadoff walk for a 2nd straight inning. Lewis at first for Bartolero. Bartolero has singled and he has grounded out twice. Would not mind a ground ball here.
Until the last 2 innings, Auburn had done a really good job with the leadoff man, but 2 straight leadoff walks. And that is a recipe for trouble.
Bartolero, a right-handed hitter out of Woodstock, Georgia, and the pitch to him misses outside. Ball 1.
Bartolero's hitting the 6 double plays.
Yeah.
By far the most on their team, and they don't hit into very many. This is a team with a good mix of power and speed.
He's hit 10 homers. He's driven in 46 runs, including an RBI single in the 1st inning. 1-0 pitch. Check swing. Got away from LaRue, but not far enough up the 3rd base line for Lewis to advance. Count 2-0 on Bartolero. Isbell has fallen behind the first 2 men that he's faced.
Control really hasn't been a Chase Isbell problem this year. He's in terms of walks, at least number of walks, he's limited those.
Need to fill up the strike zone and let the defense make a play. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's fouled straight back. Left the fastball up, fouled back to the net. 2-1 the count.
Bartolero liked it, but couldn't handle it.
capacity crowd earlier. A few of the fans have gone home here on a Tuesday night. They'll miss the comeback. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball missed high, and it's 3-1 to Bartolero. Kyle Mock waits on deck. And here's the 3-1 offering. Swing and a miss through the fastball by him. Counts full. And the off-speed stuff hasn't been landing for strikes. I think Chase may just rear back and throw him another fastball here. Right-hander comes set. Isbell to the plate. Fastball, fouled back. Count still full.
Got it up there 92. Bartolero jumped on it. Couldn't handle it.
Bartolero was expecting the fastball there, too. Even
well,
when you have a good
sometimes you dance with who brung you,
yeah.
You know. Fastball is Chase Isbell's best pitch.
Yep. Shows you how hard it is to hit a baseball. Even when you got a good idea what's coming, you still got to hit it. Another 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. Line drive. Caught by Foster. They'll throw to first and double up the runner. A line drive caught by Foster at short. They throw back to first to double up Lewis, who was off on the pitch. A line out double play erases the base runner. 2 down, nobody on.
Outstanding play by Foster, just from the quick hand reaction. The hand-eye coordination to catch it. And once they caught it, we mentioned they love to run 3 and 2.
Yep.
They sent the runner that time, and it did not pay off. It wound up with a line drive double play.
Here's Kyle Mock. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1.
That was a Ruthian swing.
Boy, Foster just a diving stop. Total Superman dive for the ball at short. 0-1. Misses down and in, a ball and a strike. And Cole initially didn't realize, I don't think, that Lewis had left first base.
Well, he was the cover man with the runner going, but he obviously was not covering, thank goodness.
1-1 pitch. Ground ball to second. Green gloves, throws. There's the third out of the inning. So a leadoff walk, but an outstanding defensive play erases that leadoff walk. And the Tigers turn the Trojans away in the 7th. No runs, hits, errors, or men left on base for the visitors from Troy. It's 7th inning stretch time. Auburn trails 8-6. The 7th inning stretch is presented by Chick-fil-A. The Chick-fil-A app is here to help you savor every second of the game. Just order ahead and score before the next game even starts. Eat more chicken and War Eagle. Tigers trail 8-6. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
It's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. COVID and flu vaccines are an important tool to help stop the pandemic. The Alabama Department of Public Health is offering the COVID and flu vaccines to anyone 6 months and older. COVID and flu are still on the rise. Don't let COVID and flu stop you from supporting your favorite team. Continue to help protect yourself, your friends, and our campus by getting the COVID and flu vaccines. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Y'all, Kayla just got the perfect summer job.
What will she be doing?
Using her aerospace engineering classes.
Well, John is getting to do science all summer.
Really?
You know, John's an education major and he'll get to work with children every day.
Ashley is really excited for her summer job, too. She's going to spend lots of time outdoors.
Where will they all be working?
Space Camp.
Find the ultimate summer job at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, home of Space Camp. Visit rocketcenter.com/careers for more information.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Boy, if you told me going to the bottom of the 2nd inning that neither team would have double-digit runs, I'd have thought you were crazy. This game was 6-5 after an inning and a half. Since then, the pitching has settled down. Troy did manage a 3-run 6th, though, to reclaim a lead at 8-5, and that is where, or rather 8-6, I'm sorry, and that's where things stand as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 8-6 Troy. McMurray, Howell, and Kirby, the first 3 due up against Matt Mercer, and McMurray swings over the top of a fastball that was low, and it's 0-1 to Cooper. McMurray has been on base all 3 times. 2 singles, a walk. He has scored a run. He has driven in 2. And now he asks for time and steps out before Mercer can come to the plate. So home plate umpire Skip Poe will note that.
Cooper has seen his average climb over 300 for the first time.
It was the Troy closer, Noah Manning, who stabilized things for the Trojans, but now they're without their closer for the stretch run of the game. The 0-1 misses outside and a ball and a strike to McMurray.
And not to be lost in this, Parker Carlson did an outstanding job out of the Auburn bullpen.
He did. He ran out of gas, I think.
He did.
In the outing. 1-1. Breaking ball low, 2-1 to count. The book on Mercer, he will miss. I mean, he's walked 10 this year. He'll walk one every less than 2 innings, every fewer than 2 innings. 2-1 pitch. Missed outside, 3-1 to McMurray, who evaluates the strike zone as well as anybody on the team. That was one of Sonny's strengths last year. Didn't swing him outside the strike zone. The 3-1 is a called strike. It's 3-2. The low strike zone has been there the last couple of innings for Matt Mercer.
Boy, that one inside black at the knees, and he got the call to fill the count.
Payoff pitch. That is low.
And it wasn't 2 inches from where the previous one was.
Right. Leadoff walk for McMurray and a good start to the 7th inning. Second time in the last 3 frames that Auburn has gotten the leadoff man on base. 4th time in the game the leadoff runner has reached for the Tigers. Only one of the other 3 times did Auburn get that guy home.
Cooper McMurray on base for the 4th straight time. He's had to run the bases all 4 times.
No home run trots tonight. Kason Howell, sacrifice bunt his last time up. First pitch here. Up and in, backs him up, a ball and no strikes. The left fielder, Lewis, started out toward left center. He has still given up a lot of room.
Down the line, yeah.
Down the line in left. Third baseman Bardolero even with the bag at about 10 feet off the line. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. Bardolero gloves, goes to second for 1, on to first. Not in time to turn the double play. It's a 5-4 force at second base and a fielder's choice. And McMurray stays at second, and we're going to get a review on this play. I don't know if Wibbs came off the bag, but McMurray has stayed planted at second base.
They are a little bit sloppy in the infield, and he never touched the bag. He wasn't within 6 inches of the bag when he caught the ball. He might have touched the bag before the ball got there.
Yeah.
But Wibbs was standing behind the bag when he caught the ball from the third baseman. We need to see a little bit better angle. But unless he extended his foot and caught it on a stretch.
You're saying when the throw got there, he wasn't touching the bag.
He was not on the bag when the throw got there, according to the replay. It was just kind of careless. He was trying to get into a pivot, and he had the big guy bearing down on him, and he was standing behind the bag, and I think he wanted to throw a little quicker.
You'd think the center field camera would have a pretty good angle on that play.
Some camera might have an angle. The umpires have gone in for the review.
Well, that's a pretty big call. It's either a runner at first and 1 out or runners at first and second, nobody out.
We've already had one call reviewed where they didn't have a good look. Let's see what we got here. He is behind the bag, but his foot is blocked by McMurray. He was certainly 4 or 5 inches behind the bag, and they called him out a long time before that, and McMurray jumped up arguing immediately. Let's see what our replay shows here. He came off quick. I'm not sure it's going to be enough to change it. It looked like he got the foot back on.
Yeah, I think the foot was off, but he may have gotten that left foot back on the bag.
He caught the ball behind the bag, but I think he got the foot back on the bag, and probably the call is going to stand. Be hard to overturn that one from the angles we have seen.
It's called a fielder's choice with McMurray out at second on a force, and Howell will be your runner at first.
Either way, as we mentioned, the only real knock on this Troy team from a standpoint of being a complete baseball team has been carelessness with infield defense. And we have seen that come up a couple of times tonight. Wibbs that time, very, very close to coming off too soon, but I think they call him out, and they do. They're not going to overturn that. He was off the bag when he caught the ball, and he was off the bag when he threw the ball, but I think he tapped the bag before McMurray got there. He had to stretch back for it, but he got it.
Yeah.
And still got a throw off.
Heads up play by Wibbs to get the foot back on with McMurray steamrolling down the line. All right, here's Justin Kirby. Justin has driven in a run with a sacrifice fly. That was in the first inning. Since then, he's flied to center and grounded to short. Shift is on against him. Poke one through the right side here, Justin. They set up outside. The pitch is over the plate for a strike, 0-1.
They set up outside and pitch him inside. Myers, or Mercer that is, has given up 4 home runs this year.
Runner goes from first. Pitch is high. Throw is into center field. Stolen base for Howell, and he will take third on the error by the catcher, Stearns. It's stolen base number 4 for Kason Howell, and now Auburn's got a man 90 feet away with 1 out. So stolen base and an error.
Well, that ball really sailed on Stearns. Neither Wibbs nor Cobb had any chance to get a glove on it. Cobb is playing short left field, so he really wasn't in a position to back up the play anyway. And the center fielder Myers is playing very deep for Kirby.
1-1 to Kirby, misses down and away, 2-1.
Well, you simply have to put the ball in play here. It's a 2-run game. Runner at third with 1 out.
Fly ball will do it.
Infield chopper with the infield back and Howell at third.
Yep.
You just have to put it in play.
2-1. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Can't do that.
Now you'd like to see him choke up just a little bit here. Control the bat.
Mercer, couple of strikeouts. Actually struck out all 3. Struck out the side in the 6th. Right-hander comes set. 2-2 pitch to Kirby. Way outside, and the count is full. Caden Green waits on deck for the Tigers, trailing 8-6 in the bottom of the 7th.
Big pitch here. Kirby gets a lot of walks, but he also strikes out a lot.
Yep. Fastball or slider, what do you think?
I think he comes back with the heat.
5-3-2 popped up and out of play.
88 miles an hour, I'm guessing that's the fastball. He can run it in up to 92. If it was a slider, didn't have a lot of bite.
Yeah. All right, we'll see what he comes up with here. Another payoff pitch due Kirby. Here it is. Swing and lift it into the air. Right side foul territory. That will get onto the concourse. And we'll do it again.
They have the full shift on the left side in the infield.
Yeah.
In the outfield, they're almost straight away. Center fielder shaded a little toward left center.
Another 3-2 to Kirby. Fly ball right field. That should get the run home. Under it is Cavanaugh. He makes the catch. Tagging from third is Howell. The throw is cut off. Howell slides in head first, and the Tigers have cut the deficit in half. It's a 1-run ball game. 8-7, Troy, on the sacrifice fly by Justin Kirby, his 2nd of the night.
29 RBIs for Justin Kirby now, 8-7. The Tigers cut the lead as now trying to get back in this thing, and I think we're going to have a pinch hitter.
Yeah, Mike Bello.
Mike Bello is out to pinch hit for Caden Green.
A lefty against the right-handed pitcher. Bello looking to get it going offensively. Let's see, did he face Troy last year? He did. He was 0 for 1 down at their place last year. First pitch to him here is outside, ball 1.
Be interesting to see what Auburn does at second base here.
One-0 to Bello. High pop, left side foul, out of play. A ball and a strike, the count. Bello this year is 5 for 30. No homers, 3 RBIs. He's walked a couple of times.
Yeah, really hadn't gotten a chance to start and get a lot of continuity in his at-bats.
1-1, pop foul back again, and it's 1-2. 8-7. Tigers have out-hit the Trojans. 9-7. But they trail by 1 on the scoreboard. Troy has 2 errors. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to first. Booted by the first baseman. He'll recover. Throw to the pitcher, covering the bag in time. It was booted by Sullivan, but it didn't squirt away far enough. Good presence of mind by Mercer to go to the bag, field it, and catch the throw and step on the bag in time for the out. A 3-1 play at first base in the inning comes to a close. But Auburn gets a run. They do it without a hit. They took advantage of a throwing error, a walk, a stolen base, and a sacrifice fly. And nobody left on base for the Tigers. We've played 7, and we're going to have a dramatic finish. It's a 1-run game. 8-7, Troy on top. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
AuburnTigers.com is the official website of Auburn Athletics. Read the latest feature stories on your favorite Tiger teams. Get critical game day info. Search videos and audio. Find how to get connected through social and digital media or by joining Tigers Unlimited. Shop the AU Photo Store or just find the next event on the athletic calendar. Plus, all athletics broadcasts are streamed free at AuburnTigers.com/watch. AuburnTigers.com, the official online home of Auburn Athletics.
Hey, Tiger fans! LineX is proud to sponsor Auburn baseball and protect its dugouts at Plainsman Park. LineX is your one-stop shop for truck accessories, spray-on bed liners, exterior automotive coatings, and more. Find anything you need to protect and personalize your truck or Jeep. From the first pitch to extra innings, LineX has you covered. Go to linex.com to learn more. War Eagle!
We go to the 8th inning. Auburn trails Troy 8-7. For the Trojans, it'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, Kavanaugh, Cobb, and Stearns against Chase Isbell. What does Auburn do defensively at second base? Brody Moss enters the game, replacing Caden Green, who was pinch hit for in the bottom of the 7th. Here we go, top of the 8th, Kavanaugh the batter. Right-handed hitter, he has walked, he has struck out, and he has grounded out the pitch. Downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Chase Isbell.
Chase struggled a little bit in the 7th, but he got him in order after a walk. The double play helped him out.
Yeah, got a line drive double play, and then a ground out. The 1-0. There's a strike, belt high, 1-1.
And you're hoping that the inning with the double play, getting through the inning with just 3 batters, settled him down a little bit. Auburn needs steady pitching here the last 2.
1-1. Breaking ball, lined right side out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kavanaugh walked to lead off the 6th. He came around to score on the balk by Nelson. And now the 1-2 delivery. Fouled straight back. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, the balk wound up being a big play, but then the 2-run single that followed it.
Yeah. Right-hander goes back to work. The 1-2 pitch to Kavanaugh. Low and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff man is reached in 2 straight innings for the Trojans. They got 1 in the first, 4 in the second, and 3 runs in the 6th. 2-2 offering. Ooh, just missed low. And the count is full, 3-2.
They just missed LaRue's target by a couple of inches outside.
Payoff pitch. Ground ball, left side, backhand under the glove of Foster and into left field. Would have been a nearly impossible play to throw out Kavanaugh. He's aboard with a single to start the 8th.
And now that's 3 straight innings with the leadoff man on.
Yeah, the double play helped erase Lewis last inning, but it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Here's Tremaine Cobb. He has grounded out 3 times.
Cobb has good speed.
Tough to double up. That's the 8th hit of the night for Troy. 8 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for the Trojans. 7 runs, 9 hits, No errors for Auburn. First pitch to Cobb. It's down the middle. Strike one.
Cobb has hit into 4 ground ball double plays this year.
It's a little surprising given his speed.
He hits it sharply, though.
Yeah. Top of the 8th inning. Chase Isbell, second inning of relief. 0-1 pitch. Strike, fastball at the knees, inner half. And he's ahead of Cobb, no balls, 2 strikes. Stearns, the number 9 hitter, waits on deck. And now time is called.
Troy is in a 5-way tie for second place.
They're going to bring Kavanaugh. Sorry, Paul. They're going to bring Kavanaugh, the right fielder, out of the game and bring in a runner, Hudson Hartsfield. So Hartsfield comes on to run. Hartsfield has started 21 games for Troy this year. He's the runner at first. 0-2 pitch to Cobb. Breaking ball line. Caught by Ware. Throw to first, and Hartsfield is back. So a line out.
Almost struck twice there.
Yeah.
Hartsfield is a burner. He is 12 for 12 stealing this year. If you have any doubt about why he is there,
yeah.
If they get it in the gap, he'll be running, and he will take second base if he has a chance off big Chase Isbell.
So here is Clay Stearns, the catcher. Right-hander loosening for Auburn in the bullpen. We'll see if that's still Horn, who was throwing earlier. Stearns, a senior from Mountain Brook. First pitch to the right-handed hitter, Steve Reich at the knees. He didn't like that call. Stearns thought that was low. He has singled, he has walked, he has struck out. He has scored twice as the number 9 hitter. Stretch by Isbell, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. He was early on an off-speed pitch. And it's 0-2. 8-7 Troy, top of the 8th inning. Isbell comes set. His 0-2 pitch is foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. Throw to first. Runner is safe. Kavanaugh got back in there, but it's a strikeout for Isbell. His first strikeout. Stearns is down on 3 pitches.
Well, now you got to think they put Hartsfield in for a reason, and it was not to stand at first base. Left-hand hitter up also with good speed. You have to think they're going to put some wheels in motion here.
Might they try to have Myers bunt, catch Auburn by surprise? Throw to first.
Ware is in 1 step off the grass. And that is Trevor Horn throwing in the Auburn bullpen.
If they were trying to get Myers to show there, he didn't show anything. They're just trying to keep Hartsfield close at first base. First pitch. Down and in, ball 1. Myers tonight has homered. He has walked, and he's flied out twice.
He was the victim of Bobby Pierce on that throw from left center field to third base. Big play at the time, still a big play in a 1-run game.
1-0 pitch to the left-handed hitting center fielder, off the hands, right off the fist, popped up out of play. A ball and a strike. Troy is in Mobile to take on South Alabama this weekend before 5 in a row at home. 1-1 pitch, there goes the runner. It is dribbled foul, right side, up the first base line. Good thing, too, because Hartsfield had a fantastic jump.
Yeah, he was gone.
But it's a foul ball by Myers, and now Isbell's ahead, a ball and 2 strikes.
Ware is able to move back a couple of steps at third now with 2 strikes.
Chase comes set at the belt. 1-2 pitch. Outside, runner stayed put, 2-2 the count.
Well, that was a good idea. He just didn't catch that outside corner.
Also not a bad pitch if the runner's going again. But he wasn't. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first, top of the 8th, 1-run game. Throw to first. And they chase Hartsfield back with a head-first slide. Left-handed hitting Myers digs in. The 2-2 pitch. Here it is.
Oh, my goodness.
Just missed the outside corner. And the count is full.
Well, Hartsfield will get a running start here. And, boy, he hit the target.
Yeah.
LaRue must have been set just off the plate.
Here's the payoff pitch. There goes the runner. And it's low and inside and gets all the way to the backstop. And Hartsfield will stop at second. It's a walk by Isbell to the leadoff man when he thought he had strike 3 a pitch before. Runners are at first and second with 2 outs.
Yeah, Chase might have been a little rattled by not getting that call, and we're going to have a quick timeout call.
Darren Schoenrock, first-year pitching coach for the Tigers, veteran head coach in college baseball, is out to talk to Chase. He's going to try to calm down his pitcher here and talk about how best to attack Wibbs, who has walked twice tonight and scored twice. For Auburn, the Tigers will travel on Thursday to Columbia to take on second-ranked South Carolina. Those game times, 6 Central on Friday, 3 o'clock Saturday, and 11 a.m. Sunday. Those are all Central times. 6, 3, and 11.
A familiar story for Auburn in this game. 8 walks and a hit batter.
Yep.
And that has factored a lot into the scoring.
Well, of the runs that have scored for Troy, 1, 2, 3, 4 have scored after reaching by walk. All right, meeting on the mound is over. And it's Wibbs. 1 for 2, a single, 2 walks, and a ground out. 2 outs in the inning. If Auburn could get Wibbs, then you get those big sticks coming up next inning. First pitch, pass ball, swung and missed, 0-1.
One of his best fastballs of the night so far, 93 inner half.
Yep. And maybe a little low, too. Yeah. Wibbs had hit it, not much he could have done with it. Big hole on the left side as Foster plays in behind Kavanaugh, or Hartsfield at second base. 0-1. Ground ball, past Foster and into left center field. Here comes Hartsfield. Here comes the throw home, and he is out at home. Oh, Pierce threw him out. He threw out the fastest guy on the Troy team. A single to center field, and Pierce with a rocket from left field to throw him out, and it wasn't all that close.
No, not at all.
That's out number 3 in the inning. Nothing for Troy in the 8th, despite 2 hits and a walk. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Oh, hold the phone. They're going to review it. They're going to review the play.
What in the world would they be reviewing here? He was out by 2 feet, I thought, unless there's a missed tag. The throw from Pierce beat him substantially to the plate. That's Troy's second appeal, so this will be it for them, but we'll see. They make Auburn come back out of the dugout.
Well, in the 8th and 9th innings, the officials can call for an additional review.
But they would not have called that one,
I don't think so.
It was a pretty decisive call by Skip Poe. And Poe had a great look at it.
They're showing a replay on the video board.
Well, they must be pretty certain then. The only thing you could call there, I think, is if he blocked the plate too soon.
That's what I was going to say. That's all that they could be looking at here.
If he blocked the plate before he had the ball touching his mitt.
I think TV went to a break.
Yeah, we're not getting much replay from television. The review we showed on the board, again, he was clearly out. It was just a matter of if it's an illegal block of the plate.
The Auburn team is still on the field. Here comes the call. He's out.
Yeah.
They just confirmed it. My goodness. What a play. Bobby Pierce has thrown out 2 base runners tonight, 1 at third and 1 at home. Just enormous. And now we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. with Auburn still trailing by just 1. It's 8-7. Hold on to your hats. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you know you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. That's why we make trucks like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight, and counting. Made for performance and capability. Made to play hard and work smart, on and off-road. That's because they're built Ford tough. So be future ready with Ford F-Series, based on 1977 to 2022 calendar year total sales.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
New pitcher for Troy is junior Brandon Shrimp out of Pensacola. Shrimp making his 13th appearance. He's pitched 14 in the third innings. He's given up 10 earned runs, walked 9, struck out 22. Opponents hitting .246 against him. No record but 1 save and an earned run average of 6.28. So Brandon Shrimp is on to work for Troy as we go to the 8th inning. Troy has gotten some good relief pitching tonight. Matt Mercer went 2 innings, did not give up an earned run, was charged with 1 unearned run, struck out 3, and otherwise did a very good job. 48 pitches, 29 strikes. So Mercer and Manning thus far have saved the day for Troy, but it's an 8-7 game as Auburn comes up in the 8th, and the red-hot Chris Stanfield's going to lead things off.
Yeah, pinch hit appearance here for Stanfield.
And I think Matt LaRue might have dinged up his ankle or his leg. He came off limping from that play at the plate.
Wonder if he was slid into, and that's what did it. All right, we'll check on Nate. Chris Stanfield, a .315 hitter, couple of homers, 16 RBIs. First pitch to him, really fast strike, 92, and it looked faster than that. That's a quick twitch motion from Schreff. 0-1 the count to Stanfield.
Huh.
Quick second strike.
Schreff over the top motion, goes up to 93 with the fastball.
He's working in a hurry too.
Yes, he is.
0-2. Down in the dirt. Live slider, 1-2 the count.
Auburn needing base runners as they go back to the top of the order here in the bottom of the 8th inning, trailing by a run after the pinch hitter Stanfield.
1-2 pitch. Grounded foul. Yeah, 9-1-2 this inning looked like 1-2-3
from over the weekend.
From over the weekend, yeah, with Stanfield occupying the leadoff spot against Mississippi State. Started all 3 games of the series. Got 4 hits over the weekend against the Bulldogs. Right-handed hitter from Tallahassee. 1-2. Missed outside. Boy, the catcher Stearns came out like he was about to go hug the pitcher.
Well, that was not a lot different from strike 2.
Yeah.
Same general vicinity, called a ball this time. Don't take it again.
Nope. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Schreff ready, the pitch. Fastball called strike 3 in the outside corner.
Almost the same place.
Yep. 1 away in the 8th. Now back to the top of the order, and it's Cole Foster. Cole doubled and scored in the first inning.
1 run in the 8th. Don't be trusting the umpire on a close pitch. You gotta be aggressive.
All right, so they do their fruit basket turnover defensively. They're moving guys around and shuffling. And 3 infielders on the right side. All the outfielders play them to go the other way. Pitch spiked in the dirt. 1-0 to Foster.
Yeah, they have the assistant coach out running through semaphore code in front of the dugout, trying to get all his fielders in the right place with the infield shift to the right and the outfield moving back to slightly shaded toward the left.
1-0 pitch.
Oh, my.
Oh, they gave him a strike on the outside corner.
Strike zone is expanding a little bit here in the late innings.
1-1 the count. How many of our listeners are now Googling semaphore code? Here's the 1-1. Same spot. That's ball 2.
Yeah, again, don't take it again. This guy's hitting his target.
Schreff from the stretch. 2-1. That's high. 3 balls and a strike to Foster. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait, vaccinate, protect yourself and others. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. 3-1 pitch is fouled back and the count's full.
Pretty defensive swing by Foster, but he got enough of it to stay alive.
Seeing Schreff for the first time. This is his first inning of relief work. Their closer, Manning, worked 4 innings plus earlier in the game. Payoff pitch to Foster. Got him swinging. 2 outs. Back-to-back strikeouts for Schreff. And it'll be up to Bobby Pierce, who's been on base all 4 times tonight. He has 3 hits, and he's reached on an error. And he's been a hero defensively. He's thrown out 2 base runners tonight, 1 at third, 1 at home. Well, they shift around, and now 3 infielders on the left side. Pitch to Pierce, breaking ball for strike 1. And Schreff right now is in command as any pitcher who's been on that mound tonight for either team.
You're right. He's hitting the target.
0-1. Bouncing ball left side through the shift and into left center field. Bobby Pierce has a 4-hit game.
That one right through the shift. I mean, right in the teeth of the shift, and nobody could get near it despite 2 guys playing on that side.
It's the first 4-hit game for Pierce this year.
Yeah, he had a 5-hit game a couple weeks ago.
He did. That's his first career 4-hit game. Maybe comes up again. I don't know. So he's had 2 now games in his career with 4 or more hits. Here's Ike Irish. Ike has singled twice, reached on a fielder's choice. He takes ball 1 in the dirt, blocked there by the catcher.
Pierce, the tying run at first, runs very, very well.
And Irish goes the other way well, too.
And they give him the left side completely.
Yeah, the shift is on against him. And holding the runner on, there's a little more room between second and first. 1-0 pitch. Tried to stop his swing on a breaking ball down and in, and he went around. 1-1 the count to the freshman Irish.
That was a good pitch by Schrepp. He just completely pulled the string after showing him the fastball.
Now a ball and a strike. The pitch. Missed low. 2-1. Both of Irish's base hits came on the first pitch of the at-bat. And now time called. Skylar Meade, the head coach, jogs out.
He got there in a hurry, didn't he?
Sure did. Well, he's only got 30 seconds, so he wanted to make the most of them, I guess.
Well, he got there on 27 on the clock.
Yeah.
So. Couple of pitchers throwing in the Troy bullpen. We can't get a number from here.
Well,
right-hander seems to be the one throwing hard.
I just don't think that the Troy head coach wanted to break up the rhythm too much of Schreff. He got back in the dugout in a hurry. All right, here we go. 2-1 the count to Irish. Pierce at first. 2-1 pitch. Way outside. It's 3-1. Hitters count. Bryson Ware waiting on deck.
A walk would put the tying run in scoring position with really, really good speed in Bobby Pierce.
3-1 pitch to Irish. On the way. It's low. Ball 4. First and second with 2 outs. All this coming after he struck out Stanfield and Foster.
I'm not sure if Ike had the green light or not, but he was taking unless it was waist high, that's for sure.
And here's another chance for Bryson Ware. Bryson was at the plate with 2 outs in the 6th with 2 on base. He struck out in that situation. Ware has walked and scored. He has grounded out once. He has struck out twice. Beware the slider. Here's the first pitch. It's high, ball 1.
Auburn is 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position and 2 for 10 with 2 outs. You'd like to see Bryson do something about that.
Base hit would tie the game. 1-0. Nearly hit him. Had to jackknife out of the way of it. 2-0 the count.
Boy, after Shrimp came on like a ball of fire, he's suddenly having trouble finding the strike zone.
2 balls, no strikes. Typically, you would look fastball. Time called. Ware steps out. Schreff steps off. Righty-righty matchup. Bottom of the 8th. The 1-run game. 2-0. Fastball down and in. 3 balls, no strikes.
Bobby Pierce with the dirt ball was breaking toward third. With the shift on behind him, I think he may have forgotten that the second baseman was right behind him.
Cooper McMurray waits on deck. 3-0. Ball 4 inside. And the bases are loaded for the National Player of the Week.
Be a good place for a balk.
Boy, wouldn't it? The catcher, Stearns, goes to talk to Schreff. Cobb comes in from short for an encouraging word as well. He looked dominant against Stanfield and Foster, but then Pierce singled through the shift on the left side, and then back-to-back walks to Irish and Ware. And now Cooper McMurray, who has been on base all 4 times tonight. He's singled twice. He has walked twice. He's driven in 2 runs. He has scored 1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. They play very deep in left field. First pitch to him is on the outside corner and at the knees for strike 1, and a good start to the at-bat for Schreff.
Auburn has had runners in scoring position the 2nd, the 5th, the 6th, and now in the 8th.
Pitch to McMurray is low, blocked by Stearns. Man, he's doing some work here in this inning. Is the Troy catcher. 1-1 the count. McMurray evaluates the strike zone well. He is one of the leaders on the team in walks drawn this year.
Walk would tie this game.
1-1. No, it's outside and a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike.
Not sure if Shrimp is upset with himself, the catcher, or the umpire, but he was visibly not happy with that. It didn't look particularly close.
2-1 pitch. Line drive, left center field. On comes the left fielder. He'll make the running catch in left center. Lewis runs it down, and the Troy team comes halfway out of the dugout to greet their guys as they turn Auburn away in the 8th inning. Tigers loaded the bases after 2 were out, and Schreff works into and out of trouble. No runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, no errors. Tigers leave the bases loaded. Auburn has stranded 10 runners tonight through the first 8 innings. We go to the 9th in a 1-run game. 8-7 Tigers trail. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Randy Campbell.
I remember being in the locker room. It's pretty famous. Coach Dye, it was totally silent in there. And the first thing I can remember Coach Dye saying is, listen to our people. And somebody opened the door to the locker room to let the sound come in, and none of the Auburn fans had left the stadium. And in unison, they're chanting, "It's great to be an Auburn Tiger," here at Jordan-Hare. So there's, lots of them, 60,000 or whatever. You heard that, and it was so inspiring to hear that they cared that much, that they believed that we were going to accomplish some great things, and they were there to be a part of it and help it happen. But because of that, even though, we were an underdog going into the Alabama game, but we didn't feel like underdogs.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
We go to the 9th inning. It'll be Sullivan, Lewis, and Bartolero, all 3 with double-digit home runs for Troy. Trojans lead the Tigers 8-7. Auburn has out-hit Troy 10-9 tonight. Trojans have made 3 errors, but they still lead by 1 on the scoreboard as Sullivan stands in. Chase Isbell's first pitch of the inning is cut on and missed. 0-1. Sullivan chased a slider down and in. After the game, keep it here for the Regions Bank postgame show. Get the Auburn University Visa debit card from Regions, regions.com/Go Tigers. Isbell gets a pop-up, shallow center. On comes Howell, on comes Pierce. Who wants it? It'll be Howell. Kaysen puts it away in shallow center for the first out.
By the way, Carter Wright is on to catch for Auburn after Stanfield pinch hit for LaRue.
So you got Wright behind the plate. Moss at second base. He came in last inning.
Right.
Yeah, behind the plate.
Okay.
Right behind. Okay.
Right behind.
Sorry.
The plate,
All
yes.
right. And before Shane Lewis steps in, Skylar Meade, the head coach, is going to say something to him.
Another timeout called by Troy. Skip Poe is keeping careful track of this. I'm not sure what he's going to do with it. But he makes notes every time somebody calls a timeout.
It'll be in his report. It's a long conversation.
It's a longer than normal timeout. You're not supposed to give but 20 seconds.
Yeah, they're not keeping the clock on this. Now it's over. Left-handed hitting Shane Lewis stands in there. Lewis has struck out twice. He has homered and he has walked. And he takes strike one at the knees. A breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. And Skip Poe now hearing from the Troy dugout.
Because that was low.
Yeah. 0-1. Fastball topped foul over toward that Troy dugout. And it's 0-2. See if you can get him to fish here. No balls and 2 strikes.
In defense of Skip Poe, he has had a ton of borderline calls tonight. And bang calls at the plate.
0-2. Breaking ball hit him.
Oh, my.
Tried to come after that inside corner, and he hit Lewis on an 0-2 pitch.
Those tend to hurt, as we saw over the weekend.
They hurt a lot more figuratively than they do physically when it's a breaking ball.
Yeah. Yeah, he was not going to make a big effort to get out of the way of that one.
All right,
and
one out.
Isbell is upset with himself for that.
He's got to put it behind him. Bartolero lined out to short his last time. First pitch to him, breaking ball inside corner, strike one. Nothing but strikes except for the hit, the pitch that hit Lewis here this inning. Top of the ninth, 8-7, Troy.
Yeah, Bartolero's line out became a double play on a good play by Foster.
Throw to first, no tag applied. Lewis is back sliding. Would they consider running with Lewis? He has 3 stolen bases. He's been caught once. They've got a 1-run lead in the ninth.
Well, they like to put things in motion. They do it a lot.
0-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 0-2. One out, one on, top of the ninth. Double play would be huge. The 0-2 pitch. Popped up, right side, out of play. We'll do it again. Kyle Mock on deck for the Trojans. Fans that have stuck around hoping for a bottom of the ninth rally. Here's the 0-2. Nope, another throw to first. And again, Lewis is back with a head first slide. A 1-out hit batter on an 0-2 pitch. Lewis the runner at first. Now the 0-2 to Bartolero. Missed down and away.
Boy, that was a good play by Carter Wright. Backhanding the ball in the dirt and coming up with it cleanly.
1-2 the count now to the Troy third baseman. He has one of the 3 errors defensively on the night. The 1-2 pitch. Lifted foul, out of play. Still a ball, 2 strikes. They are battling. Troy came into this game hitting .290 as a team. They have hit 76 home runs this year.
Yeah, 2 in this game. Both in the second inning.
Another 1-2 pitch to Bartolero. Here it is. Called strike 3. Got him with a fastball. Inner half at the knees. 93 from Chase Isbell.
Looked like that fastball had some inside run on it too, back under the hands. But it was a good fastball in a good location, and it throws the hitter Bartolero.
The designated hitter is next for the Trojans with 2 outs in the ninth. Kyle Mock has walked, he has flied out, and he's grounded out twice. Turning a throw to first again. And again, Lewis is back. Left-handed hitter, Mock. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Had a huge cut. 0-1. Mock he had eyes on his 7th homer of the season with that swing.
He did indeed.
Isbell delivers. Just missed a little bit high.
About the same place, but Mock laid off that one.
1-1 the count. Mock has been the DH 8 straight games for the Trojans. 1-1. Breaking ball, called strike 2.
Well, he hung the curveball, but Mock couldn't pull the trigger after seeing the 2 93-mile-an-hour fastballs.
He has been the DH most of the season. The 1-2 pitch to Mock. Nope, throw to first. I don't see that he's played in the field. It's been DH or right field. He's played some right field this year as well.
Lewis trying to extend that lead a little bit.
1-2 pitch, fouled back to the net. Still a ball, 2 strikes. He will be running on any contact, if not before. With 2 outs, Trojans looking for an insurance run. They nurse a 1-run lead in the top of the 9th. Number 6 hitter in the order. The 1-2 pitch to Mock. Swing and a miss. He got him. They'll have to throw him out. Ball was in the dirt. Wright does just that. But Isbell strikes out Bartolero and Mock to end the 9th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Last chance for the Tigers. 1 to tie it, 2 to win it. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
It's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. COVID and flu vaccines are an important tool to help stop the pandemic. The Alabama Department of Public Health is offering the COVID and flu vaccines to anyone 6 months and older. COVID and flu are still on the rise. Don't let COVID and flu stop you from supporting your favorite team. Continue to help protect yourself, your friends, and our campus by getting the COVID and flu vaccines. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
We've all fallen into boring routines. We just keep doing what has to get done. Isn't it time to escape the old routine and make time for yourself? Make time to go out with old friends. Make time to add excitement back into your life. Make time to feel like a winner again. Life is more fun when you live it. So what are you waiting for? Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud to support the Auburn Tigers.
Pitching change for Troy. They bring in number 35, Zach Fruit.
Okay. He looks kind of like Shrimp. Same sort of build.
Yeah. Fruit, 6'4", 212, a graduate senior, a transfer from Eastern Michigan, originally from Dundee, Michigan.
He's been in their starting rotation. He's making his 12th appearance, but he started 6 games this year. 41 innings, so he has been a workhorse for him as a starter.
Yeah.
But he's coming in here to try to get a save.
They have a chance to upset Auburn. Well, by RPI,
it wouldn't be an upset, really.
Right. 60 strikeouts in 41 innings. He's given up 9 doubles and a team-leading 7 home runs. He's thrown 9 wild pitches, and he's hit 4 batters. in 41 innings, giving up 38 hits, 30 earned runs, 26 walks, and those 60 strikeouts. A 5-1 record.
It leads them in wins.
Yeah, 5-1 record and a 6.59 earned run average. All right, Howell, Kirby, and Moss are the scheduled hitters. First pitch to Kason Howell. Strike at the knees. 96 on the fastball. 0-1. Howell has scored a couple of runs tonight. He has doubled. He's driven in a run. The 0-1. Fastball grounded to third. Charging, fielding, Bartolero throwing in time to get him by a step. One away.
Bartolero is better on the tough plays than he is on the easy ones. That was a nice play by Bartolero. Fruit can bring it in up to 98 miles an hour with the fastball. Slider at 85, change at 88. He likes to throw the fastball, as you can imagine, and if he gets behind in the count, you're going to see the fastball.
Justin Kirby, a sac fly on 2 occasions tonight. He's driven in 2 runs. He's flied out to center and grounded out otherwise. First pitch downstairs, 1-0.
So even though this guy is probably penciled in as a weekend starter, they're going to run him out there and hope he can get a low pitch count on a Tuesday night.
That's exactly what they want. Low pitch count, 3 outs. 1-0 to Kirby off the end of the bat. Grounded foul pass first. 1-1. And when you've been seeing 90 or so, 96 looks more like 100.
Oh, yeah.
Tough adjustment. Eight, 7. Troy leads it. Tigers down to their last 2 outs. A ball and a strike to Kirby. Fruit comes set, he deals. Fastball, lined, right field. Will it hang up? It will. And the running catch is made in right, and Auburn's down to its last out.
Well hit by Kirby, but the right fielder, Kavanaugh, came on charging, and the ball, as you said, a little backspin and held up long enough.
And a pinch hitter for the Tigers here. It will not be Moss, it'll be Cam Hill, a lefty. So Hill, 0 for 1 last year against Troy, and limited action this season for Cam. He is 3 for 14. He has driven in a couple of runs.
Even with a guy throwing 96, 98 on the mound, they play the full shift.
Yeah.
Sullivan standing almost on the foul line at first.
First pitch to Hill. Swing and a foul tip at the plate. It's 0-1. To Hill. Foul off to the left. Tigers down to the last strike. This would be a big win for either team. And Troy is 1 strike away. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. Troy wins the game. The Troy bullpen limits Auburn to 1 run on 5 hits over the final 8 innings of the game. And Troy improves to 29-13 on the season. Auburn falls to 23-17-1, and Auburn will now move on to continue SEC play at South Carolina this weekend. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank postgame show is next. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.